What is good, my team? What is good, family? Good morning to you. Good morning to all. We have made it again for another trading day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is up, team? Let me know that you are here and present and alive and awake for some Tuesday trading. What is going on, people? We have made it to 7:30 a.m. on this 27th day of June. What is up, Samantha, my moderator? Samantha, keeping it real up in here. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. What's up, these nuts saying SONN? Was it a bear trap or are we going lower? Let's go ahead and find out. We'll go ahead and take a look at all those charts, right? So, Drifter, happy Tuesday to you. What's up, Dorian? How you doing, Philip? Good to see Lion of All Trades up in here saying Arca in the casa. Hope everything is well. Ticker request for you today is Lucid. In fact, LCI, what is it? LCID, right? LCID is actually something that was requested last night as well, so I definitely have to go over that for sure, you guys. Let's go ahead and just bring up the visibility here and get things rolling, right? But anyway, let's see. Independent Wasteland, good morning to you. So BBYQ is looking like another possibility, or what is the good deal with that? Of course we can look at it. Of course we can look at it. Right, so guys, if it's showing up a little bit weird in your phone, it's just because I'm trying to work on the display settings, since I have moved the entire system from Mac into Windows, right? So just temporary little issues here and there, but everything is looking okay, right? At least we can still see the screen. That is the overall objective here, right? We're in business. We're definitely in business. Oh my goodness. What's up, Barrington? TTG, good to see you here. Yeah, take a look at Viri here, man. Just remember that this zone that we're sitting in right now, the 155 area, is absolutely one of those zones that we have to make sure to maintain. This is the inflection zone, okay, you guys. I can't say it any other differently, right? So if we fail a daily candle below that 153, we spoke about this several times, okay? So failing a candle below that 153 would result in a continuation to the downside. Okay, we want to be as forth-knowing about that, right? We want to keep that in our minds. As much as possible, right? So yes, guys, that's another ticker that we're going to be going over. We have to look at BBBYQ, right? So why don't I just load that up right now and make sure that it stays within our visibility. We're going to look at LCID as well, and I think we have that. I see a few of them in there, you guys. I definitely see a few of them. We'll get them in there. All right. So what is the let's see, LCID, right? That is Lucid. All right, good deal. Let me load up another master layout here and get moving this, what was it again? I know that's somebody. BBBYQ. And, yeah, we got a few of them to go. BBBYQ. Let's see what's going down. And, guys, remember that I think tomorrow is going to be, Wednesday. We are having, Jerome Powell speak. Okay, so I think it may be the PCE data report coming up on Friday as well. There's some economic reports coming in. Yeah. Oh, David, how you doing, my brother? Yeah, we'll go ahead and load up that for you as well. Okay. We're having some economic little catalysts this week, so that's gonna. I don't say the biggest market movers, but for sure tomorrow is going to be one of those, right? Regarding Jerome Powell. Anytime that man steps into the stage, he's just, the market is like, no, and reacts just in such a terrible way to that guy, right? So I just must warn everybody to keep cool, right? And make sure if you are exposed to the markets in any new positions, try your best to not be when Jerome Powell speaks, right? Make sure to kind of minimize your exposure to the markets when that man is saying words into a microphone, just like Arca is doing right now in the morning, you guys. Good to see everybody. Good morning, everyone. All right, so let me go ahead and that was it. It was EOSE saying William is saying that it's ripping, right? Yeah, we want to know why it's ripping. EOSE, right? We were looking at this yesterday, just yesterday too, right? Breaking that huge ascension, man, that is insane. So, if I were, remember this had a price objective that we were looking for potentially next week, right around 1143. So, I wonder if that's actually going to fulfill. This thing is ripping way up there now. Yeah, good job, EOSC, man. If you're long this, congratulations to you. So, guys, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the bell icon and so that you are notified anytime that I am live or posting up a video, right? So, yes, of course, we still have to go over Viri and that stuff, right? So anyway, let me continue here with what I was saying with Viri. We're at $1.55. That invalidation zone located at the 153 level. What I meant by invalidation was just one more time, you guys. I know I already said it, but it's good to repeat things, right? So, yeah, closing a daily candle beneath this. I am speaking about like a candle closure like this, right? You see this bi-hourly candle here? It's clean below this area here. No wick touching that zone. No body touching that zone. That's what I mean. So if we have a closure like this on a daily on the daily variety, that would not be okay. All right, that would seriously send things to the downside, and then we would be sucking our thumbs, right? So yeah, right now it's looking okay. We're just ever so slightly away from it, right? From that, we're literally a little tiny spit away from that threshold. However, I do have to mention that the immediate short-term time frame is looking kind of bullish, right? So let's see, the hourly time frame has that huge thrust, already facing a little bit of a pullback. That's okay. The bi-hourly has that upside thrust as well. I'm wondering if it bled into the 4-hour. Let's see. All right, it's bleeding into the 4-hour, you guys. This is not looking bad. This is not looking bad. Okay, hold on. Let me see the 6-hour. 6-hour time frame, we have that upside as well. Contracting volatility, looking very healthy. Okay, let's see. We have that upside pivot on the 8-hour as well. Okay, so what is that telling me? 30-minute time frame has a little bit of an ebb and flow, right? Has that downside clearly in that stochastic momentum, and it's showing that we also have a little bit of resistance here in the RSI. That honestly, like what I'm looking at there, you guys, is this 155 to 156 resistance, and then come back and touch that 153, even the 152 area one more time, and then we have some upside to look into. And that's particular to, I would say, over the next 2 to 3 hours, Viri could actually start a pretty nice recovery here. And it's being shown, I'm being really honest here, you guys, it's being shown on the 4-hour time frame. Starting on that 4-hour, we have that upside pivot on stochastics. So that's really what I'm kind of looking for. This is the other thing too. The temporary downside that we're looking for, check it out on the RSI, right? Let me go ahead and zoom out just ever so slightly here. We have that downside right now, and we're about to face that support from the SMA 14. So that this is backing the immediate short-term time frame thesis that we have of a short-term downside before a bounce to the upside, right? Also notice here, right? Notice the bear pressure kind of minimizing on the histogram of the MACD. Okay, that's another good sign for us. So yeah, let's go ahead and practice a little bit of patience here. I want to keep an eye on Viri. I definitely see that we have a higher probability of just coming down ever so slightly right now, you guys, and then actually getting that bounce to the upside. Everything is looking okay though. Okay, I'm definitely seeing this as a probability of higher standards. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple tickers here, you guys. Let me pull up. Hold on just a second. I need to make sure that I have hit every or the majority of the tickers that are being presented here, right? So another one the EOSE was one that I haven't loaded, that we have to look at that next. And honestly, I think SONN was one that we should kind of keep an eye on right now. Okay, so SONN, 30-minute, well, this is an hourly time frame, so this is immediate still. Okay, we have spoken about the support level that we're touching down on, right? And I believe if I left off correctly last night, what's up, moderator Sebastian Lim? Of course, we can see VCIG, not a problem, my brother. Yeah, and XX, we'll look at FNGR as well. Cool. And Samantha H, I think you mean Boyle, BOIL. We're talking about the oil, right? So let's go, or nat gas, I think it was, right? So yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at those stickers as well. All right, team. So BIOL, okay, gotcha. So for sure, I'm just being hugely what is it called, dyslexic right now. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I feel that there could be a certain danger presented here to SONN, and I think yes, it could present a downside, But I'm totally dyslexic at times too. I know that thing. And I try to be as sharp as I can be to catch them, right? So, but sometimes it just doesn't work to my favor. It gets angry at me, and it says, "Don't try to correct me." Anyway, so I don't want to say this, right? It's hard to really come across as like a bull on this and not sound like an absolute bear. But in some way, shape, or form, I feel like we need to embrace this downside because that'll create this liquidity trap for the bears. There could be a serious, rip, right? I mean, yesterday we were looking at that support level located at this yellow line, which is the 63.52 zone. We said that we have a higher probability here of making a bounce. I'm not sure that the bounce would be the final, V-shaped reversal, I was saying, right? But there is that potential, and we did get a bounce, right? So there is a probability, again, that we can get that bounce too. But to tell you the truth, if we hit that demand zone number 1, right, this one right over here, the one we were speaking about yesterday, there could be a serious chance for a massive bounce because look at this. The moment we touch this iteration here, right, we got that bounce from that demand zone and it was just like no turning back from there, right? So huge upside there. If you're curious what that measurement was from that very wick at the bottom side to the top side, that was around a 45% move to the upside. That's kind of massive, you guys. Okay, so yeah, and still, please remember that I'm kind of eyeballing. I'm kind of eyeballing this ascending broadening wedge as it could be fulfilled here, and maybe the hourly time frame. That looks like the time frame that it's kind of being traded on, either that or the buy hourly, and we have a clean retest of the resistance and then a rejection. So the problem here is that it's the hourly time frame. Oh my goodness, man! That's honestly the biggest problem is that it's the hourly time frame and it doesn't have that big of a hit rate. Right, so if it doesn't have that good of a strike rate there, then another thing that we should take a look at here is that the hourly time frame does have another bearish formation to look at. Let's just go ahead and go over that now, right? So we have this very clean regression line right here, marking off what could be the neckline of a head and shoulders formation, right? So I'm going to go ahead and make sure to kind of give light to that formation since there's a high amount of people that find it to be closer to their language, right? So sometimes the statistics that I talk about are a little too cerebral per se. So it presents a little bit of language block there, right? So it's like I don't want to see the markets as a statistical value. I want to see it as what's happening in the present moment. So sometimes it's okay to kind of present the formation theory, right? And it gives sometimes it gives an edge, right? So let's just go ahead and measure that price objective as it's a massively low price objective based on this formation. Okay, so that if we were to fulfill this, but remember again, hourly time frames, not good to start looking at formation theory in hourly time frames. Why am I saying that? Because they have a lesser hit rate. But if the conditions are present, then it might as well be, right? So this is suggesting a target of about 46.91. Again, not saying that we're going there. I am saying that it's something that we should keep in mind in the event to where much more retail does believe that it could be a possibility. And this is another reason why I'm saying that there could be a serious liquidity trap here, right? So we have a bearish formation amongst a bearish formation, both of which have just critical low, right? The critical lows. The main formation at 42.08 and the top formation being at this level of about 46.95. Those two levels are just so incredibly low that any type of breakout here, first of all, the head and shoulders would start realizing after the breakout from this trend line here, which would be 64.41. Hourly closure between 64.41 would start gathering some shorts together for this small, shorter time frame play. Now, the larger term time frame, that is honestly something that I can see fulfilled over the span of a few days. But again, there's just this zone here. It's just so powerful. And I mean, look at what happened this time around, right? We came to test it 1, 2, 3, and we ripped to the upside. And that was a massive rip, right? So we're looking at a bounce from this zone of about 56.75 to that top side of 120 that we faced, marking a 111% move to the upside. So that is absolutely massive, and I do believe that this zone has so much power. Even in this capitulation event, we used this zone as support before a bounce to the upside, marking yet again a very powerful move, upwards of about 80% there, and then another one right over here that measured, remember, that measured at around 46%. So there have been some very significant bounces to the upside. And not only that, if you pay attention to the price action right back here, you'll notice that we resisted right from that 54.99 that we're looking at, right in this green line here. So huge resistance, another resistance there, right? As soon as we broke upside of it, came back and validated that support, boom, we're out. So there is a high probability that there could be a massive bounce from that zone, and I'm talking about conditionally here. If it does meet the price action, and if we have the bulls to back it. No pun intended. I really mean the bulls, okay? Teaser, good morning to you. Good morning. So, yeah, guys, I'm pretty bullish the asset, even though we're facing some pretty bearish formations, right? So yeah, keep your eyes, first of all, of course, we've gotten some pretty nice bounces off of that 63.52. Keep your eyes on that target. Another one to keep your eye on is, of course, the range between the here we'll mark it off, right? The range between 57.48 and 55.07. Okay, we want to see if we can get that bounce zone there for a huge bear trap, right? So the bears are going to be thinking, we got this, let's go ahead and we'll cover position back down here around the 47 to 50 cent level, and then we'll actually take a breather here, validate the resistance one more time, and then take it yet again all the way back to 42.32 is kind of the bear thesis here. I can't say that I can back them entirely on this, because you're shorting at the top. This is the real price action here, guys. We're currently sitting, if you're just curious, remember this date right here, this is May 10th. We're not talking about a long time ago here. Okay, so if you're a short seller and you're looking at the price action, you are currently sitting 217% to the upside right now. Yeah, I get that. But I honestly think that the short positions were already kind of the primary ones already kind of did their thing, starting from up here at 120. Huge short over here, bringing it all the way back down to 52.72. I believe that those whales have already taken their majority profits, right? So now there could be this little bit of FOMO here, right? So just like you would a long position, you get that upside, you get up, and we're deciding to buy up here. Right, this is similar to what I'm saying for the bear thesis, right? There's also that, right? The people tend to show FOMO, and believe me when I say that a lot of times, mean reversions, similar to the one that this could be facing, they often bring the liquidity, and they often bring that liquidity for each other. What's up? Why change? Of course, Buddha Mike, how you doing? Good to see you here. And let's see. Teaser saying good afternoon from Spain. Have we looked at Viri yet? Yeah, we took a look at Viri earlier this morning, right? So we're kind of talking about this inflection zone, my brother. Make sure to keep your eyes on 153 to 155. The last thing we want, just to remind everyone, the last thing we want is to close a daily candle beneath the zone of $1.53, and I'm talking about a clean break candle, okay, just like this one here. It's a 4-hour, yes, I get it, but I'm saying closing a candle that has no wick contact to that resistance level, no body, nothing. I'm talking about just a clean candle outside of that, outside of this support level, and then we could actually face some pretty serious downside. Now, judging by this, though, I don't see that as the higher probability. 30-minute immediate short term is the reason why I'm saying that we can bounce from the space of 153 to 152. Downside on the stochastic momentum, decreasing volatility on the 30-minute time frame. Not only that, is that we actually have a resistance at that SMA 14, right? So from there, as we start jumping into the hourly, yes, the hourly has that downside too. This would be good for the hourly, the kind of jump back into the bullish control zone and start a corrective pivot towards the upside, which would then influence the buy hourly, which you already see has that kind of upside pivot. And then when we start jumping into the 4 hour, remember how I look at that 4 hour, right? So check it out. We have that 4 hour with an absolute upside pivot approaching the bullish control zone, and it looks like we're about to start pivoting an increase of volatility too. 6 hour time frame upside pivot on that stochastic is very nice. 8 hour time frame also has an upside pivot on the stochastic. So this is why I'm saying that this could be a very limited downside, and we could find that bottom side to be 153 to 152 before a bounce to the upside in a couple hours, maybe by around 10 a.m. We'll or 9:30 maybe. We'll go ahead and keep an eye on it though, but it's there. It's doing its thing, right? So saying let's see, Teaser is saying we been scorching sun for days and around 32 to 33 Celsius in the shade, been real good. What is the conversion actually? 32 to 33 Celsius, that sounds like a 95 degree day here, or 90 degree day. Yeah, about 90 to 100 now. What's the highest that it shows there? Right, so yeah, I'm sorry that we're in the U.S. over here and we use the standard metric, right? I'm sorry, we use the standard. We don't use the more accurate system that you guys are using, right? So, yay, Americans! Yeah, it is 90, right? So, oh my goodness. The only reason I know that is because of some European vehicles and their manuals into what to look out for in engine temperatures, right? That's the only reason I know it. You just converted it, I see. Berenson saying NVOS. All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at that one as well. Next is going to be EOSC, but let me go ahead and put it up here in the master layout and get it ready for us to take a look at right afterward, right? So, we have a couple to look at. We want to look at ticker symbol LCID as well for Lucid, right? So, NVOS, let's type it in here. NVOS. And actually, guys, before... very cool. Okay, before we continue on NVOS, we also want to maintain a quick little eyeball here in the broader markets as they are kind of repairing right now. Take a look at the SPY, just ripping right now. It's actually, oh my goodness. Yeah, over the last hour, it looks like it's made about a 2-point move to the upside. That's pretty grand for it, right? So it looks like we could actually make a resistance at 434.01. This is also pressuring the upside on the TQQQ as well, right? So definitely want the TQQQ to come up. We want all of these things to repair, but it's normal for this to actually come and be frothy upon the Fed, Jerome Powell speaking into economic data in general, right? So, yeah, let's go ahead and come back to the markets. I just wanted to keep an eye on this as well. We must practice looking at our broader markets too. Okay, team. So EOSE is the next ticker that we wanted to look at, right? So huge upside on this ticker. Very interesting. Very nice. Okay, so I actually do see, one of those formations, and how could this be? Oh, right. So this is a little bit of a rare one and almost invalidated, but still we can still look at it as this. Okay, so this is a double inverse head and shoulder, and the way I'm saying double is because you have a double shoulder, right? So, and it's still fine. That still counts as formation as such, right? So we already had measured that neckline, right? It's literally this. So you take that neckline all the way to the bottom side where the head is, right? And you apply it to the breakout zone. We saw this. We saw this in yesterday, right? And we're speculating on the probability of facing some upside here to around 11-12. But I want to let you know, just pay attention to where we are, though. Look at the resistance that we're about to face. We're at the resistance range, by the way. Okay, so the resistance range, I would say, would literally the penny where we're at right now to the very top side of this zone. And let me, kind of dim this down a little bit so that we can see the transparency, see the other candles within that range, right? So yeah, this is the price action is literally sitting at this resistance right where this candle is printed. I want to be as clear as I could be, right? This right here. right? This candle here, price action currently sitting at $4.60. We're facing that resistance from that top side there, and this is why I measured the range of resistance here. Okay, so very strong resistance considering a daily tweezer top there. Huge downside, then of validation of resistance here and a continuation to the downside, right? So we have to keep that in mind to be at least we have to combat that target in order for us to continue on to the upside, right? So I mean, it's looking really good to be honest. Although I do have to point out that it's getting a little. The RSI is starting to kind of cook here in the daily time frame, and it still has a little bit of further. Let's see, it still has a few more percentages to go considering the opening of this asset here. It went to about 85%, and we're currently sitting at about 83%. So a couple more points before this thing can face a resistance, and if that's the case, it could be very indicative of this top side of around 497. We can definitely get a pullback from that zone. Hopefully we can get the validation of about 436 as that relevant support before a continuation to the upside. 436Y. Let's just go ahead and draw a line here, or you know what, we're gonna make it a range. Let's find 436. Let's see where it is. Right here, right there. Okay, this is the top side of the reason why we're saying 436, right? And then the bottom side of the support, very likely to be within this area here. Lots of candles touching down on that area there. 412 to 436 could be that bottom side for reaccumulation after getting a little bit further of a pump to the upside, right? I think that we can face that 497 today, or ever so slightly short of it, right? I mean, this is also a pretty good place to just kind of give out and let this thing retrace. But I mean, the momentum still suggesting a continuation to the upside. Very strong MACD on the daily, and this is another reason why that pullback could be happening. Here's the daily time frame showing some weakness from an overbought level. Okay, so it's not bad. All right, yeah, GNS, what's it doing over there, man? It's moving on up. That's good to hear. So Mullen throwing up right now? No, don't tell me that things are just giving out now. Oh my goodness. And TTO broke support. We headed down to 68. Oh my goodness, man. We were looking at that yesterday, right? So let me put it up here, and we'll look at it, right, my brother? Just gotta get over a couple other requests, and we'll take a look at it. No problem. So TTO, right? We've I think I remember us following it for the last couple of days at least, right, since the late last week. Oh my goodness, and this was a validation of it. Jeez. Okay, yeah, we'll look at this and see what's going down. We're at an inflection zone right now, though. Okay, so we'll go over those conditions. Anyway, let me continue here with E. Yeah, so it's moving on up. All right, cool. It just made another point to the upside, another tick to the upside, right? So yeah, guys, keep an eye on that target. 496 pullback, potential entry between 412 and 436. Of course, we're talking about paper trading, right? We want to keep retail safe, and then this thing can actually rip to the upside, hopefully penetrating that top side resistance. In fact, if you did, for example, just catch entry here at about 413, your move to that prior resistance at that 497 is a 20% move to the upside. Not bad. This is a good way to practice volatility, right? So, but also know that practicing volatility does kind of require you to be very attentive to the price action and not take that lightly, because at any moment your gains can be taken, right? And then it'll force you into the red, and then it'll force you into bag holding, and then it'll force you into Y, the CEO, and then it'll force you into synthetic naked shorts. Okay, so set a stop loss. Do not become the biggest supporter of the company ever. Okay, you guys. Now, yeah, you know what, Jersey, let's go ahead and pull that one up too, right? We'll look at HKD. I haven't heard that in a while, right? And Daryl, how you doing? Yeah, we'll look at that one too, my bro. GNS, right? You said, yeah. We'll look at that. So this next one is going to be for, what was it? We saw right now, right? HKD. Oh man, HKD. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that name in a while, right? So this was that ticker that went up to $2,000 something, right? There you go. 25.55.30, literally opening at like $12, man. insane. Oh my goodness. And just liquidity trap, liquidity trap, liquidity trap, liquidity trap, just over and over, repeating the same damn fractal. Oh my goodness in heaven. All right, so anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and keep that one there. Let's load up another instance here of the master layout and pull up GNS, and we'll see what that has to say for us too. I have a feeling that some of the gainers are actually going to start moving from tech. I would say, from the large cap tech, it's going to start coming down to maybe the mid cap or small cap even. We may see some rippers in that area. Right, as I can already see that potential kind of fulfilling now. What is going on my phone? Stop it. All right, here we go. And GNS. Right, this is for. We were speaking of this. What? Okay, yeah. So it is being respected. Okay, yeah. We were talking about this the other day, right? I mentioned. I think I just mentioned Roger Hamilton. He's the CEO, right? Good dude. Anyway, so let's see. Wow, Very just jumped. Okay, good. We are at that validation, right? Very nice. Huge touch back down. Oh, actually, this is a validator of support right now. So yeah, this could be some very interesting price action. So yeah, I'm telling you, man, the upside is very clear. Starting on the 4 hour, right? We have that very nice upside pivot 4 hour up to literally the 12 hour. So I think the full on recovery could be maybe at about 9 a.m., 9:30, right around there. I think we could have a full on recovery, and then we'll evaluate it, right? So I guess we just have to practice some patience with it. But just like I said, guys, we'll keep an eye on it and see where it goes from there. Anyway, next ticker to look at is ticker symbol LCID, right? So let's see what this has. It has a pretty bearish stance, actually. If there's going to be something, is there fundamental something coming out on this? Biggest stock movers, Unity Software, Walgreens, Boost, okay, blah, blah, blah. Sector update, consumer stocks mixed, pre-built Tuesday, okay. 3 EV stocks that have big investors running for the exit. That's not good. Investors Place put that out. That sucks. That really puts a sour taste in a lot of investors' mouths, especially since we have the Fed come, or we have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow. That's not good to say. Let's see. EV maker stocks rise in face of Lordstown bankruptcy. Wow. Okay, so social buzz. Wall Street bet stocks rise pre-market. Okay, Lucid. Disclose. Okay, here we go. So Lucid Group discloses sale of 265 spots, 7 million shares to AYAR third investment for 1.8 billion. Right? So shares extend gains pre-market. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is likely a very important catalyst to look at. So whatever that is, no one likes it. And I am wondering why. So Saudi investment fund buys more Lucid stock. We have institutional ownership increasing here, so there could be a rip here. And why though? Aston Martin aims to hit adjusted profit revenue by let's see. So Russia turmoil, speculation on U.S. monetary policy leave equity investors cautious. Other than that, I'm not really seeing anything really specific, but really the only thing that Lucid revs up Aston Martin's EV plans. Aston Martin coming up with EV plans. Okay. Yeah, that would be the most relevant news there. So other than the revving up of the EV plan for Aston Martin, this here has it obviously is affecting price somehow. Right, and specifically from a few days ago, being the Tuesday the 20th, I'm not sure what could have happened there, but there is obviously something happening, right? So we have to keep an eye on this. What I don't like here, and the reason why I ended up looking at the fundamentals, is because of this incline here of bearish, bearish volume. When this is present and you are continuing on the downside, that is usually a continuation signal. Right, so of course, it's not set to fall forever. It's just what I'm trying to say here is that it has a high probability of facing maybe some more downside. And if it has to test the area of $5.46 again, then so be it. And that would be actually a very good thing for this asset, because that would essentially be the validation of a floor, or well, you know, it just is the nature of the beast. We have to find the higher probability bounces. Okay, so, and if I can identify any formation, it may actually be there, and I think I may see it. So let's this is tough. This one's tough. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see if we can get an edge over it. I see the top side of a range here, and it's, man, is it matching like that? Oh goodness, I don't think I can use that there. I'd much rather use this downside here. Okay, let's see. And if not that, let me actually do one more. Yeah, loose it over here, just giving us a hard time, right? But it's okay, you guys. These finding the character of the asset is always a fun one, right? So yeah, I think this is a very clean upside. Lots of contact points there, and there is a probability here that this could be the pivot. It may actually be the other one. Right, and we're looking at another broadening descending wedge. Right, yeah, it could be something like this. Okay, team. So, if that is the case, let's start counting our touches of resistance. Right, so we have test number 1 and test number 2, and this is test number 3. You all know what happens after test number 3, right? We have that huge capitulation, right? So this is that capitulation that test number 3 has to offer. Of course, reaccumulation is now. I can see why the price action was holding down in this zone here of about 618 until recently. Huge bounce from that area to the upside there. Okay, so what I can say is that price is, or as of this date here, which was a Friday the 23rd, price action was in price discovery, and that really makes that really presents a danger for bulls. Okay, so now let me take a look to see if there's anything. I do not think we have any moving averages ever like as support. Yeah, no, not even in the immediate short term. 15-minute conversion right now though. Let's see. No, well, yeah, no. Actually, we're still below support in so many time frames. And hold on, one more thing, team. Let me see this on the hourly time frame. Let's see. There is a symmetrical triangle happening here. Okay, and this is following, it's almost algorithmic actually. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 huge liftoff here. That was a liquidity trap. Number 5 ladder, of course. Anything after number 3 starts becoming higher probability, right? So number 5 took it, and this became a huge bull trap. There are a lot of invalidation zones. Guys, we have to understand the past first in order for us to understand the future. We must understand where we've been to see where we're going, right? So we have that resistance at 629 and marks off a very important resistance. Yes, okay, I see it. And if the price action can continue to the downside here, what am I trying to say? Let me go back into the daily time frame and see what we have. Okay. Right in here. You know what? I'm going to take a range fib inversely from the bottom side of the range here to the right around where we started to gap down. Let's see if that gives us some projections. Yeah, I would say that bottom side of the range to this area here. Ooh, getting really close there. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, that's a very clean bounce. 546 was the price action. 543 was a 2-spot, 272. The rejection came, of course, right at the 1-spot, 618 at 620, and a huge rejection to the downside, right? So now this could be a good thing, actually. Bouncing from the 1618 as a resistance, coming back down to the 2-spot, 272, which is where we landed. That could be the validation of support. All right, so we have the rejection from the golden mean, and then we come back and test the 272 as a support, and then we can continue to the upside. So that's at least one indication that we have potentially found the floor. Okay, at least that. So now that we have kind of a thesis here, if this is the floor, and then we can actually start a bounce to the upside. Let's validate that. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame and look at momentum. Right, so momentum is still suggesting a downside, right? And this is already something that we're looking at. We're looking at a touchdown, a retouch of that 543 level before we can actually make a thrust to the upside. So that's expected. Hourly time frame should also favor that. In fact, it's starting to correct towards the upside with decreasing volatility. Nice. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. Bi-hourly still has that little bit of a downside pivot. If I'm not mistaken, the 4-hour could be pivoted towards the upside. Look at this. Bi-hourly support at the SMA 14 on the RSI 2. Let's see the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour is starting to show some correction here too, and it does have a limited downside as well. So yeah, I am kind of favoring that 543 zone, or at least I can give you a range, so it's not so dead on the dollar, right? So something like this, 555 to 543 could be the range that we can face for a long opportunity or for just a support validation. Okay, let's see the 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame is very much pivoted towards the upside here. A little kink there, it's not bad. And the 8-hour time frame has that upside pivot too. So yeah, the shorter time frames could be recycling themselves, right, for an upside pitch. So let's see. All right. Yeah, you guys, I'm really thinking that could be a potential floor. And now if we were to take a fib and start to measure the probabilities for an upside here, then very much so we can start. Let's see where the price action is. Oh man, yeah, this will be very good. Check this out. So what I'm looking at here is that we can face the rejection from the support levels down here, right? So no more bear activity could happen here within this area inside of here. We get that bounce to the upside, and then this top side. Literally, these 3 candles here, wick top, right? We have the opening of this candle and the closing of this green candle here. Bottom side of this wick here, bottom side of that wick there. Get that resistance from that zone, and then come back and start validating our opening value of this candle here, and the wick low of this one, and the wick low of this one. And where is that? That is a very important metric to look at. That is the golden pocket. Okay, so that would put us right inside of this box. Okay, we get that bounce from the inside of here. We get that resistance from that 618 at 596. Chop around here at the 575, and then usually golden pocket leads to a pretty nice upside. Okay, so that would be a very bullish area to be in, and of course we're facing resistance from it. It's a very important geometric area to keep into consideration. Okay, team. So now the upside target based on, say, for example, that you had, the aggressive trader is going to try to gain entry at this point here, 543 to 555. The conservative trader, however, would try to find their entry after. They would try to find their entry after validations and confirmations are complete. And what I mean by that is that, first of all, you have a conservative trader number 1 facing the resistance here, entry at about 575 with a minimum hourly closure, and then they would face the upside. The next conservative trader is not going to wait for that. The other trader is going to wait for further validations, meaning downside, right? We get the resistance in the inside, validation of this area here, bounce from this and face the resistance from the 1 fib at this candle, and then enter on the validation of the 618 and then face a bigger bounce. So that bounce could actually lead to I would say upwards of literally the 1 spot 618 right up here, and it has a range. So it really depends on the style of trader that you are, right? So don't ever try to follow someone else. Just take inspiration and adjust as you will, as you are entirely a different person, right? So anyway, team, this is what I'm looking for essentially, right? So a huge validation here to happen. We first of all want this downside because we already got that upside to that resistance. Here's the upside. We're going to test that support, come back, and start testing ranges here, okay? So keep your eyes on ticker symbol LCID as it could present some pretty nice upside moves in the relative short term, okay? But really, I'm talking about relative short term, okay? And then we can evaluate what that price action can do. but it may very well be at a potential floor, and has already printed it. Okay, so that is it for that ticker. Look at that, man. Very interesting. You were talking about the upside here on BBBYQ, right? So definitely surpassed our targets, and now using our targets as a support validation zone. Okay, so if this is support validation, let's just kind of give it a quick little gander here and see what that probability could be. First of all, 4-hour time frame has that downside on the RSI, right? Back down to the SMA 14, that is indicative of testing the bottom side of this range and or 22 cents. It looks like price action can make that reaccumulation higher probability at that 24.43 before another bounce to the upside. This is already a break of market structure. You can see the higher highs building, right? And this is also something that we mentioned yesterday. We're creating higher highs, higher lows, which is usually something that is pretty bullish. And also notice here, 4-hour time frame, head and shoulders absolutely used as a liquidity trap. So this was the clean break of the like this. Man, I'm just looking at it and I'm viewing this like through the eyes of a short seller, right? Something like this. This is your neckline here. You get the break of the neckline. You get the retest right here. You start opening short like crazy. Bulls are like, hell no, let's go. And then they use the short liquidity, right? And it just rip it to the upside. So 4-hour, still some downside to look at here. Like I said, I'm honestly favoring a higher probability of 24.43 to be at, but we also have the secondary support down here, right? At 22 cents flat. Gonna get rid of that line there. Okay, team. So another good thing to notice here is that it is in essence playing the breakout play here. Okay, so as I do think that we ended up identifying it as such, right? So if it is the breakout play, then I mean, first of all, closing a 4-hour candle upside of this green candle here, which is also, you know, very near the top that we faced right down here. So converting 38.44 into a support will launch the price action to about 55.76, and likely to pull back and come back to the 38 zone. Now the next one is the really interesting one. It's starting actually all of it has huge stairs, right? So 55.41 conversion into support would lead price action to start resisting at 81. So these jumps are starting to get way more significant. Conversion of 81.39 would lead to another huge bounce to the upside, particularly to 114. And that then would start taking precedence to the formation theory, right, to 163 top. So this is it could make a real interesting trek to the upside. Why is it even doing this, right? Well, why is BBBYQ jumping? What did it do? Is there a fundamental something that happened that's creating this to run? Let's see. Oh, they trimmed their debt to $1.7 billion. Oh, dude. Jumps nearly 40% on bankrupt retailer cuts debt. Oh my goodness. So it's Surgeline, whatever that is, Holdings. Oh, is that them? I'm not sure, but yeah, they're the bank, whoever it is, they're cutting debt, and this is why the asset is so damn bullish. Very interesting times here. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at, guys. BBBYQ is looking absolutely massive. NVOS, let's see what's up. 4-hour time frame. It looks like we are getting into oversold territory on the 4-hour, but it still has a downside here. Okay, so that is only indicative of finding some type of floor at this zone here, 14.15. Okay, so 14.15 could be that very bottom side, and honestly, the entry that we were looking for. Did it actually? Yeah, it happened and we got stopped out. Tight stop at 239, right? But evaluating the markets, we could touch down into that zone one more time, even touch down to 1403 for another potential long entry, right? And get this thing to rip to the upside. We may have gotten it just a little, ever so slightly too early, right? And then this could actually rip. But regarding momentum here on the bi-hourly time frame, let's see. It's already kind of showing some signs of a pivot, right? So it's hourly time frame, clean upside on the stochastics, right? So now the 30-minute time frame also has some type of upside with a little bit of an ebb and flow. Okay, so this can actually face a little bit further of a downside. We already kind of knew that though. So now jumping into the 4 hour, it's still showing downside. So yeah, the 4 hour, the 6 hour, all of these downside pivots could be the previous cycle and this cycle. I mean, starting from here all the way down to here. All of these could have already been. We're looking at it like if you were to see. It's very interesting, man. The way I perceive momentum is actually the way we perceive light traveling from great distances. So, in other words, looking at the Hubble telescope, right, and you're observing if you're observing the Andromeda galaxy, that is roughly what we're looking at the Andromeda galaxy about 118 million years ago. Since the light has taken that long to travel to get to us, right? So we are essentially looking back in time. So that's kind of like what I perceive momentum to be. Previous cycles are still being shown in the wave, right? So we're able to see where it's coming from, and starting from the immediate short-term time frames, you can see the restart of a potential wave, right? Specifically on that 30-minute with an upside. Right, so all of this downside, right, faced and bled into the upper time frames. Now the shorter time frames starting to run to the upside. It's going to start affecting the upper time frames too. So just keep an eye on this thing, right? But I definitely see a little bit more of a little more downside here, potentially to come back down to, like I said, 1411, and then potentially ripping to the upside. What we can go ahead and keep an eye on this, you guys. Just don't forget to request it for me. This is a massive breakout play. Please remember that there's a lot of validations that need to happen, right, upon breaking out of this massive wedge. Okay, so this but also this thing could lead to some very nice targets to the upside, right? So to see how Viri reacts to the support, yes, well, at least you're talking about maybe a 4 hour closure, or I would say a 4 hour closure would be enough to validate a support temporarily, and for a short term move to the upside, right? Yeah. So let's keep an eye on that for sure. Okay, so TTOO finding the support level that we were speaking of just yesterday. So the area of 700 right here, so 0700, is essentially converting a resistance of the one spot 618. Okay, so this can introduce a continuation to the downside here for some time, and it could be bottoming out around the 681 zone. What we don't want here is to fail this. I'll give you the failure conditions, right? So right over here is a very critical, very, very critical inflection zone that we must take into heavy regard here. Okay, so closing, let's see if we can do, maybe I think it could be honestly an 8 hour candle. Wow, this 37 minutes to close this inverted hammer. That's a very huge hammer, and that's also very bullish. This one here is not a hammer. This is a shooting star because it's after an uptrend. This is a hammer because it's after a downtrend, right? This right here. So that usually marks a potential reversal coming in, especially the fact that it's in the 8 hour time frame. 8 hour time frames are usually the minimum for me to look at some candle analysis. Okay, team. So yes, I mean, that's very good. Man, is this thing suggesting a bear trap? I think it is. Holy crap. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, let me try to validate that. That's super curious. Let's see. Oh, daily time frame at support. Okay, and also daily time frame upside pivot on stochastics. Let me see I gotta check this out. All right, so 30-minute immediate short-term time frame correcting from oversold right now. Let's see the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame is still waiting for the influence from the shorter time frames. That means that maybe the 15-minute has upside. Here you go, 15-minute upside stochastics. I need to get this up a little bit. And sorry, just goodness gracious, like that. Okay, very clean line of regression. Okay, I see. There's a resistance right now. I mean, for real, right? Let's see, just like this here. Right, this is either one sign of regression or it could be this one here, particularly from this wave, and it could be this one actually. Yeah, so we're at a resistance right now. Breaking outside of this is actually pretty bullish. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, this would be the one to really push to the upside and start pressuring the 30-minute. we need to get that 30 minutes. It's already showing. It's a very tiny pivot, of course, but it's showing. Okay, so we're at the very, very early stages here. Okay, so there could be still some slight downside, some slight consolidation within this area here, but there is a high probability that the support level is now, right? So I'm not going to lie to you for 1 second, though. This is kind of a bearish setup. I'm talking longer term, right? So if you were to, for example, if you were to gain entry around this time right now, you could be prepping yourself for a move that can be resisted upwards of about 16% to the upside to the triangle. So that marks a very nice move to the upside, right? But it's very conditional too. We have to see what momentum does in that area, because if it's still suggesting a massive upside, then we may very well reclaim the inside of the triangle and then resist from the top side of 9 cents. Okay, so that, yeah, whatever's happening, we have to kind of keep an eye on as we go, because projecting this upside here is very difficult, considering that there could be the use of short liquidity here. Okay, so keep an eye on that. All right, team. Let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol HKD and see what it's got going. Right. So yeah, this is that crazy ticker that led to some ridiculous upsides. Right. So huge capitulation from yesterday. Oh my goodness. And I don't even know why it would do that. So yesterday, let's see, move higher on Monday. Okay, nothing immediately like that. Okay, so it's looking like the stochastics are correcting here on the daily. That's not bad. That makes me very curious over the shorter time frame. Let's look at the short time frames on this and see what they have to say for us, right? So 30-minute immediate short term about to show us that it has some supports to look at. What can that support be? Let's see. Okay. The relative distance is actually kind of greater here. So I think I would actually... Oh, man. Yeah, I think I would honestly favor this range up here. Let's see. Remember, guys, this is super discretionary, right? So I would honestly favor this range, just like this here, right? So we have those touches there. Top side of this candle here, resistance, wick high here. Yeah, I would say a drop to 625 to 622 in the relative short term, and then this actually could prep for an upside. Okay, so just know that there is kind of a lot happening here, right? So as soon as price action breaks 641, that can mark a pretty nice move to the upside. 641 would essentially give you a boost to, yeah, upwards of about 655. So a multi-tick move to the upside if you're playing this, right? But it's just, this ticker is way too, it's way too speculative, considering the massive losses that people got from it. Here's another reason why I don't play this. Check this out. Look at those runs. You see these runs, and then they just come back down. They literally take away everything and remove more from every single one of those these are all, they're called liquidity traps, right? All of those are liquidity traps. And it does it even in the shorter time frames. Look at how often that happens. Let me zoom into this. Look at all these runs, like this right here, this right here, this right here. All of those are just traps, right? So this thing is really, really, it's like a freaking minefield. Everything is a bomb, right? So keep your eyes on this. Be very careful, right? So I'm expecting a drop here first to 625 to 622. And then we'll see how that reaccumulation happens here. But there could be an upside here. First of all, to test a resistance of 641 to around 647. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled on this, okay? Anyway, let's look at GNS. Let's see what it's doing. Remember, we were talking about GNS potentially fulfilling what could be a falling wedge, right? So this falling wedge is... essentially this here. So since we identified already, let's see, 1-2 touches, that's already a validation to this trend. Now, whether the trend is going to turn into a triangle or into a channel, we don't know yet, because we don't have the upside pivot to resist from anywhere, right? So, but I can only speculate that the resistance could come in, I would say over the next couple days, maybe at 98.05. Right, so and it is making a very clear descent. So, in other words, this is a very bullish reversal pattern. Okay, so upon breakout, which I honestly don't see a breakout happening. Let's see, until we reach, where is it relevant? Yeah, I would say this would start right here on, let's see, Thursday, the 27th of July. That would be around the zone to start looking at a macro breakout here. Okay, so let me go ahead and mark that down and I'll show you why. Okay, so the 27th of July, right over here. Okay, so now if I mark a line just like this here, and minimize its thickness because this is ridiculous. Right, come on, pull up the toolbar. There we go, and put this down to maybe a 2 or even a 1. Jeez. Okay, so if we look to the left, that in this zone here is actually when we start to consider the gap bottom, right? So that could be an area for us to face a very nice bounce, a very psychological target there, right? Huge resistance here too before a huge capitulation, and that zone could start to serve as the next up run here, and then start validating the resistance and then breaking out of it. So that thus fulfilling the triangle just like it always does. So yeah, this would be the start of something here, and then we'll start bouncing off of this, and then break out at around the 70% zone, which could be the this could take some time. Maybe Tuesday, August 22nd could be the breakout area, and if we're looking at that to be the case, then you can take a trend line from the top side of the triangle all the way to the bottom side of the triangle, and that'll give you an objective to look at, right? So we said Tuesday, potentially the 22nd of August, right around here, we can apply that trend line since this is the supposed breakout zone. Price objective is leading you upwards of about $1.69. But as long as this regression is happening, then I honestly see price action kind of converging within this, right? So yeah, it's not to say that it's not bullish. In fact, these moves are kind of big. If we were to face that resistance, say, for example, today at 97.50, I mean, take a look at this, right? 97.50 would lead to a almost 18% move to the upside. That's massive, okay? So this is what I'm telling you here is that if you identify the trend and if you validate it, we need one more touch of the resistance to validate this. We need at least 2 grabs of the resistance and 2 grabs of the support before we can validate the current trend. Right, so within it's very conditional. Okay, so we have to get the resistance from the 98.03 first. Okay, that is absolutely the thing to keep in mind here. Okay, I see that there's a little bit of a Wi-Fi thing happening. Let me make sure that I can take away the Wi-Fi from my phone real quick. All right. And I'm sure my wife is going to come down here and say goodbye to me pretty soon, right? So yeah, guys, I would really like for you to keep an eye on this formation here, because if you know what the formation distances are, what you're looking at here is your squeeze, right? So if you were to play it like this, right? Let me just show you. Let's just say you just got word of this asset and you feel that there's a higher probability for an upside, right? You get this gainer here, 17%. You short that gainer all the way back down to the relevant areas of support, right? You're looking at a 30% gainer here. The next one, you're gonna long this gainer here. you're gonna get 38% to the upside. Start making that math, guys. You short again. You gain position short on this thing. You gain another 27%. We're talking about daily gains here, knowing the ranges on knowing the rules of trading, right? So you're looking at 17 plus 29 plus 38 plus 27. You're just going up and down the ranges here until you find that you're at a 65 to 70% to the resistance or to the apex of the triangle, and then you can start to change your narrative, right? So this is the power of trading, you guys. You can literally be up 500% on a single week or even 2 weeks. And then you'll see that the stock that you were waiting for to run for 3 years was 500% to the upside, but it took you 3 years. And then, opposed to that, knowing the rules of trading, you'll be able to really rip and benefit from things like this, right? So COSM, what's it doing, man? Out of curiosity, let me see. Right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What is it doing? Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Bouncing right off of the freaking... Guys, this is the inflection zone. Okay, remember, 301 to 302... 297 to 301 is a very strong area of support and one that has been used several times before. Some massive upside. Guys, my wife is here. Let me just go ahead and say goodbye to the little lady, and I will come right back. Enjoy some tunes in your ears. Just a quick sec, team. Thank you so much, team. Thank you so much. I am back. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to see the little lady off. She looks so pretty in her new car. All right. I'm over there just seeing her off like I would my daughter, right, when she was off to school. My goodness, man. Terrible times. Yeah, you guys, so remember that support level on COSM is that 297 to 301. Keep your eyes on that, okay? So, you know what? Now that we're in the clear from all of these tickers that we were looking at, let's go ahead and see what we have. I know that moderator Samantha also asked me for one, right? So let me just pull that one up for now. I know that there's a couple little fires that we have to put out, right? So let me pull it up so I don't forget. Okay, I want to make sure that we can look at ticker symbol BIOL. And also, moderator Sebastian Lim also brought in Sebastian, what was it again? VICL? I forgot what it was, man. Please let me know in the chat if you can see it. I think it was VCIG. I remember. Let me pull that up. So VCIG as well, okay? Let's see what's going down. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at those other tickers too, guys. So VCIG. And yeah, we'll load that up. Oh, we already, yeah, that's right. We were seeing it. Ooh, man, this thing is actually breaking. This is, oh, careful. This may be a fake out. If you're short this ticker, this may be a fake out. Be very careful. Okay. Was mine do Sebastian first? Yeah, we'll do Sebastian's first right now. Okay, so yeah, this may be a fake out, guys. We're looking for that support touch, maybe at around 498 to 472. Huge bear trap section here. Okay, you guys. So or liquidity trap. This, I mean, we're at support. This is at a relevant support right now. 527 is pretty nice. Okay, so but yeah, the shorts may be in trouble if they don't cover below above this region here. I can see long starting to get there. This is not a formation to look at for downside here, you guys. This is a continuation formation that has rules specific for the upside, unless of course there was the bad news. Let's see. Okay, so I mean, I also know, you know what, we have to look on. Let me look on Twitter. We need to look on Twitter to see if there's anything negative coming about the asset. So VCIG, let's see. Let's go ahead and look. So, guys, yeah, I have to encourage you to make sure to have ready in your arsenal of tools. Keep your tickers in mind, right? You need to make sure that you have a fundamental outlet. Whether it be unusual whales, whether it's Twitter, all of those things like that, right? How you doing, Jennifer? Good to see you here in the chat. And Rocket Lock saying, I hear the words upside on COSM. Really? Okay, yeah. So, you're talking about particular to me. XX, yeah, we'll pull up finger. NVOS cash equals 70% per share. Thank you, my brother. Wow. Yeah, keep your eyes on the. I want to see if there's any fundamental negativity coming in. Are spiking crazy even to, okay, let's see. There's nothing coming in just yet. Okay, so all right, there's nothing to tell us. There's nothing to tell us just yet. Yeah, Jennifer, dude. So, yeah, so I'm really kind of afraid for the shorts here. Okay, you guys, this thing has a probability to drop all the way down to, well, let me look at the relevant supports here. All right, the 8-hour time frame is indicative of that too. Oh, very much. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm really looking for a touchback down to the 1 spot 618 498. Right. If we're gonna catch this early though, we may be able to catch it, I'd say, right about over here at 508. Okay, so we'll get that bounce from the EMA 21 and the 8-hour, and then that could be the kind of like the liquidity trap that we're talking about, right? So keep your eyes peeled on that. There could be a very insane bounce from this side. Okay, I don't know what's happening fundamentally speaking here, but what the heck is this D? Oh, dividends is about to come out. Nice. Okay. All right. Wow, that has dividends. Let's see. It's borderline. It's borderline a pink. It's $5.32. So I mean, let's see. Oh, it's a tiny micro float, 2.15 million, and you're looking at 195 million market cap. So the market cap is nice, but there's I mean, That is crazy tiny. Has it ever split? No. There's really it really never has split. Interesting. Could this thing, what is it? VCIG? What? I feel like this thing is, I don't know if it's this feels like it's almost way overvalued. Right? And the honest price action here for this could be 367, and that belief itself could be the reason why we're facing some short positions on this. Right? GTBP, we'll look at that as well. You know what? Yeah, so keep your eyes on that, Sebastian. I think there could be a bounce here from the EMA 21. I'm literally at around 510 to the top side of this range of 498. Okay, keep your eyes peeled on that. And yes, let me take a look at BIOL, right? And actually, let me move back into this space here and pull up some of those tickers, right? Like FNGR. Right, let me go ahead and leave finger motion up on there. Oh man, this thing is playing it. This thing is playing it. Very nice. And then the next ticker we have to look at. I know. I see you guys. I totally see you guys. Right. So, Buddha Mike, are you looking into? You're looking into NVOS. Are you riding it by any chance? Are you actually long the ticker? John Doe. We can look at BIOC too. Actually, I would. You know what? We definitely should consider looking into SOUN. But Buddha Mike, let me know. Let me know what the deal is here, my brother. I'm actually looking for you to tell me. Let's see. So many finger lovers these days, dude. What are you talking about, bro? That thing is a whole community. Yeah, not a problem, Sebastian. Made a purchase yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I mean, they're comparing Finger and GTII to like GME and AMC. Man, oh my goodness. And then right, yeah. So NVOS was that ticker that we spoke of just a little bit earlier, Buddha Mike, and we're looking at that potential drop to what could be. Yeah, we're looking at that potential drop to be somewhere around 1412 to 1410. And then this could actually serve as a retest of the newly converted resistance into support of this larger time frame falling wedge. Right, we're in the validation process of support conversion, and then we can actually make a rip to the upside. Okay, so this play actually got invalidated there, so now we will move forward. So yeah, just keep your eyes on that. Okay, so let me look at ticker symbol BIOL and see what's got. Huge upside run today, right? My goodness, that is a parabolic move. And if we can gain an edge over the trade, oh my goodness, guys, my throat is so raspy. Hold on. There we go. Hopefully that can actually clear up some stuff. And let me go back down here. Yeah, seriously, it will be the next AMC and GME. No, I totally know what you mean by that too, right? So come on, Finger, throw up the finger at the hedgies. And you know what? It has been, Jennifer, that thing has really been flipping that finger on the hedgies for some time. Institutional shorts, predatory shorts, all kinds of stuff. Very impressive move to the upside. And I have to tell you, moderator Sebastian Lim has not let go of Finger, although it has fingered him several times. My dude. Oh my goodness. But yes, I think he's getting retribution on the ticker, and it's actually printing green for the boy. All right. So let's look at what are we doing here? Whoa, says Lionel Maltrace. Pause just a sec. Whoa. Oh my goodness. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, guys, on ticker symbol BIOL. Let's go ahead and give that a gander here. So we have that upside pivot already starting from a very critical oversold, right? And we're at critical volatility too. So there may be a nice buildup here. Okay, so Arca, you'll still see the bottom at 330s on which one, bro? Dude, why? My goodness, man, I hate the rasp. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna be looking at FNGR in just a bit. Okay, we'll move down to there. That is actually, it's gonna be FNGR then SOUN. Okay, so let me just finish off with this one, or start with this one, right? So yeah, we're getting a little bit of that upside pivot. Let's see if the 15-minute has more of a higher influence, right, for that upside. It looks like it. It definitely has an upside there. Let's see the 5-minute. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're bleeding from the very short-term time frames to the 30-minute right now. The hourly time frame is not showing that just yet, or the bi-hourly, right? So this is what I'm looking at here is maybe a floor. Okay, so in a floor in respects to that huge run. Okay, so this thing could be touching back down at a range. Let me give you that range bottom. Right about this area here. I would say 755 to 770 could be the bottom side here, and we could come back to test it one more time. Of course, usually on these capitulation events, that's usually kind of the case here, and I'm wondering if actually we moved upside of some moving averages in that process. Let's see. Let me get rid of all this here and look at the candles versus the moving averages. Is there a potential there? We're presently converting the SMA 50 into a support on the bi-hourly. Huge rejection from the SMA 200 bi-hourly as well. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. Okay, yeah, we're converting that SMA 50 into support. That's very nice. So I would say come back one more time to validate the SMA 50, aka the 770 range, and then that could be the preparation for an upside here. And this already fulfilled. This fulfilled for sure the inverse herpy derpy that it's got going, right? I'll show you exactly what I mean. Right, so this is this candle here, not the one all the way to the top. This is FOMO. Sometimes we can take away the psychological candles and not favor them, right? So in this case, this could have been the neckline, right? So yeah, something like this here, and then from there you can, right, of course you have to remember this, right? Take that trend line from the very top side of the neckline, right, and then we take it all the way to the bottom side where the head is. You apply it to the shoulder top, and then this gives you an implied target, right? So this actually led to the first 4-hour candle here almost perfectly on the money, right? Let me just adjust it. There we go. So right here, there was your top side. There's the top side of the price projection. It just absolutely met that, right? Came back. I mean, it came back down, FOMO'd all the way up there, right? And then came all the way back down. So this thing played its psychological target very nice. Okay, so yeah, that's honestly, I mean, for real. Capitulate me, says Jennifer. Oh my goodness. So that guys, that's kind of a, man, is the play actually happened in the 4-hour too. That's super freaking scary. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, team. So we wanna come back down to validate the support. First of all, we need that 770 to 755 touch to convert it at least with a 4-hour candle closure. I understand that 7 minutes and 32 seconds left to close this candle here, but that is also the first candle that touched down to that support. So we need another, maybe one. One will do it for me, but two would be ideal here. Okay, so and then we could actually start to see the reaccumulation for an upside, right? So capitulate and chill. No, guys, we don't want to capitulate and chill. Man, we want to, you know, bulls. we don't want bears. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so let's take a look at that. Let's see. I want to squeeze and chill. I mean, man, you know what? All that has so many meanings. That's ridiculous. Anyway, team, let's go back here on Sam. Actually, I have a question for you. Are you long this ticker, or please tell me that you shorted it from up here, that you were the institutional reason that people holding at 14 cents are now at 8 cents because Samantha decided to short position this thing. Okay. All right. So, I know. I'm just messing around with you. So, I do see actually a reaccumulation event here down at the 770 level. Okay. We really need to get that upside on the shorter time frames. Okay. So if we can keep a close eye on stochastics, particularly the 15-minute and 30-minute, right? We want to make sure that the 15-minute and 30-minute start to show a bigger impulse here, right? You got in at 8. Okay. So, oh my goodness, you're like minus. You're what are you? You're down 0.0002% or what? You're in the money. You're good. All right. So I mean, honestly, this 8 cent threshold, yeah, you may be in the red temporarily, right? But this is Yeah, you may be in the red very temporarily, right? Because this, I do expect this in the very short-term time frames, literally within the hour. What time is it now, team? Let me see. It is 8:54 right now, right? So 8:54, we're getting close to the time to where the algos kind of start changing, right? So yeah, this actually may start correcting, okay? So keep an eye on it. It's looking not bad whatsoever. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at Finger Limb. What is good with with that ticker? My goodness, man. So 4-hour time frame. I think this is where we were looking at this ascending channel, right? So in fact, yes. So guys, this is doing exactly what we were talking about. We got the resistance very top here, right? This is what we talked about. So we were looking at the potential of coming up to the 3.618 at 423. Okay, so we got that resistance there. Of course, we got a little bit of FOMO there, and now we're validating the range into support at the 2.618. This is very good news. Okay, so there could be an indication here for a continuation to the upside. Damn. Really? Like, this thing is super, super frothy. Okay, so what I will say, team, is that, you know, oftentimes, okay, if you remember, I was explaining it to you like this, right? So just like you do to the downside, we have several ladders to look at, right? This is your ladder 1, this is your ladder 2, you're looking at ladder 3 here. So as soon as you start getting into those 4th ladders, 5th ladders, then a pullback could be very much in line. I'm not saying that this is the one to pull back. I am saying that there could be still another one to look at, right? So yeah, let's get some margin calls, damn it. So if that could be the last the last zone, so this would mark off. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's a maybe actually this could be the blow off here. And if we're looking at a blow off, we have to try to maintain the 2.618 at 379, right? That has to be maintained. And if we don't maintain that, here's the secondary support, okay? 1.618 is actually very close to this target too. I believe it's at 355. So let me zoom in here and see if that actually is it. So Line of All Trades saying LCID update on the 5-minute looks like a reversal. I want to rip. Yeah, you know what? Isn't that what we were looking at, right? We're going to come back to ticker symbol FNGR, but of course you're talking micro time frame here. Let me look at least a 30-minute, right? Sometimes I get a little uncomfortable with the very micro time frames, right? So yeah, I mean, we're right at that resistance right now. Likely to find some resistance here, but this is knocking at the door. Okay, it's looking pretty bullish, looking not bad whatsoever. So anyway, ticker symbol FNGR. Yeah, I love how Jennifer just said frothy. Oh man, frothy is absolutely one of those words when things are just way too literally. It's just the froth on the top of your coffee. You know what I mean? It's way up there. So I think that's just foaming up a little too much. A reversal is kind of set here, but if we can maintain, I mean, if we're able to maintain that 379, then I think we'll be in good shape, team, right? And this thing could actually continue on to the upside. But don't be afraid, as these capitulations here do end up kind of, you know, reaching back a bit, right? So if there is a higher potential to come back even further, again, take a look at that 1.618 at 136, okay? If that does happen, I expect a pretty nice bounce from that area, pretty substantial one to be honest. So that I just want you guys to be clean with that, okay, team? So yeah, but no, I mean, nonetheless, I'm still pretty bullish. Let me see the 6-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame still has an upside. Yeah, we're due for a small pullback here, team. Okay, so I think this is a very likely high of day. Your high of day could have been 455. Okay, so I had a ticker up here. Oh, right. Buddha Mike, if you're still in the chat, are you still looking at LGIQ? Please let me know if that's something that you're still looking at, right? So VCIG. Yeah, there you go. Look, check it out. Check it out, Sebastian Lim. That's the bounce that I'm telling you about. It bounced right off of the EMA 20, the EMA 21. Okay, so yeah, just keep an eye on this, because this is marking off a pretty nice demand zone. There's still the chance though. Okay, there's still the chance that we can reach that 498 for another you know, a more substantial bounce. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled on this, because there could be a pretty nice opportunity there. Okay, ticker symbol SOUN. What the heck are you doing? All right, so SOUN is, man. Remember, guys, I'm not I am not bearish this asset whatsoever. In fact, this is a play that I put up, right? We spoke about the entry zones. We spoke about the exit zones. And you can see here that we've already met, literally 4 of the targets that we talked about, 2 ranges of the targets that we spoke about, right? So we're right at the resistance of the second one, 429. We faced a break of market structure here at 459, but my honest target here, you guys, to look at is still... I still have to favor 494 at the 2.618, although it may take a few days to reach. Remember that the broader markets are going to show some pressures, okay? So I'm going to remind you once again, if you are exposed to the markets by the, coming into market close, let's just say that. Coming into market close today, if you're still exposed to the markets, consider getting out. Okay, consider getting out of the markets because we have Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow, literally at market open, right? Mullen is dumping still, man. We have Jerome Powell speaking, literally. I'm talking about very close to market open. I think it may have been 9:30 Eastern, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's coming on pretty early, and that man has the power to really reverse everything on everyone. Okay, so I don't want to see unnecessary exposure. That you being long on or short, I'm talking for real here. You being long or short the market tomorrow, that's a gamble. Okay, that would be a huge gamble on your part. All right, so make sure to know absolutely what you're doing. Okay, so SOUN for the next 4 hours. Actually, we can look at very short term. Look at this 30-minute upside pivot on the stochastics, right? Increasing volatility. Let's see the hourly. We have that upside on the stochastics here, and the ever so slightly increasing volatility on the hourly. Let's see the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly has a little bit of an ebb and flow. That's normal. Okay, let's see the 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour is already getting that upside. Very bullish cross of the MACD right up here. Cross of the SMA 14 on the RSI. Nice. 6 hour time frame upside. This is let me see a shorter time frame. Oh geez. Well, I guess there could be a pullback to 428 from 430, but this is bullish. This is just to say the very least. It's popping off. And especially, let's look at the time again. The time is it's 9:02 a.m. Oh man, yeah. This is very likely gonna pull back very slightly from 435 to around 428, and then that 428 or even 430 will very likely continue to the upside here. And I see the resistance first. We have to combat the area of 453 to 459. We're about to test this break here. Okay, so, and I do see that coming in the next hour or two. So be careful here. Be careful here, okay? 431. So what does that measure, by the way? That would be a pretty nice move. I'm not even going to lie. So 428. Let's just say that we did catch entry there, right? Not bad. That's a 7.2% move to the upside, and it's already showing strength. This thing is showing volatility increase. Yeah, look at this. We're increasing volatility in the 30-minute indicator, right? So the BBWP. This is highly likely going to continue to the upside, team. So watch your investments here. Watch your gains. Never give back to the markets what you've already gained. Okay, you guys, make sure to practice practice your risk management as best as you can, right? So yeah, this is looking very good, you guys. SOUN, this retracement here it should be very, very small. Oh my goodness, I feel like longing this right now, but if I'm not gonna pay that close of attention, I don't think I should actually. And you guys, we're doing this just now while I'm creating my. We're going over these tickers just while I create my futures trading broker. But from there, I will be streaming live, but I will be trading futures. Let's see. So she misses me. I can tell. Lion of all trades. Who you talking to, man? So Daniel saying SOUN added to Russell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that means that the Russell. Let me look at Russell futures actually. That's a MK1, right? So that's going to be. Let me actually just type it in. So Damn it, mechanical keyboard. So Russell, let's just do. No, we're not gonna do it from here. We have to create a whole damn chart. Okay, and search for it here. So Russell 2000. Let's do a micro, right? So, and let me pull up which MKU. Okay, let me just do the MK1. This one right over here. Okay. So yeah, this is very likely why everything's ripping. Okay, so and I'm wondering what the hell's going on with COSM. Why is it inverse to this? It should be running on this. So, sorry. Let's go back to this, and then from here, you can actually add. What ticker was it that we were just looking at? SOUN, I think it was. Right. So let's go ahead and add SOUN to this thing. And in a new price scale, right, here you go. Check it out. That's that correlation between the two. Absolute correlation. I mean, they look exactly alike. So yeah, guys, I know that the traditional index, right, the Russell 2000, the small cap or the micro cap, it's good to look at. It's all good, but to tell you the truth, I trust CME a lot more than I do the spot price action. And spot price action being the typical your typical ticker here. But when you're starting to look at the micro E-mini Russell 2000 index futures contracts, what a huge freaking man! Say that fast 5 times. When you start to look at that, you'll really gain an edge, right? The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the CME, right? So keep your eyes on that. But this is likely why we're starting to see an upside on SOUN. And also very strange that we're getting an inverse correlation to COSM, since COSM is has it been listed yet actually under the Russell? I'm pretty sure it was. I thought I saw it in the list just last week. Like, finger, let's go to the upside or downside, Jennifer. Let's see. All right, yeah, we're getting that yeah, keep your eye on that 379. Right, because or else we're all going to get fingered all the way down to 336, right? So I mean, it would be a great entry, to be honest with you. 336 would mark a pretty nice bounce to the upside. Okay, so yeah, anyway, team, keep your eyes on the futures contracts, okay? So, and now guys, let's go ahead and take a look at for David Parr, if you're still in here. Apologize, but yes, let's go ahead and take a look at VOCL for you. So, master layout right now. And some people were actually looking at or asking me to look at, did I already have it loaded? I definitely didn't have it loaded. Oh yeah, what the heck is CLMV doing? Damn it, I forgot. Oh yeah, okay, we're still playing the play. Good. Monday, this is Tuesday. Okay, resistance touch again. Yeah, we're knocking at the door, guys. This is set to break out. It's going to be a very nice breakout too. Anyway, let me look at VOCL for created, right? So VOCL, I thought I loaded it earlier. I thought I had it here somewhere. I wouldn't have forgotten. Okay, so, I mean, whatever. What's done is done, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what the heck this thing is even up to. 8-hour time frame, maybe, I think was where we looked at this. Ooh, nice. Oh man, this thing is in the process of breakout. Wow. Okay, breakout traders are literally getting spiked on this right now. Let me see the 30-minute time frame. SOUN, yeah, we're expecting that we're expecting that pullback to 428, right? We said a potential 428 re-entry here for an upside. So if it does have any more to go, I don't know that it can get any lower. I mean, it may actually reach 426, right? But 428 is honestly that zone that I'm looking at for a reaccumulation. This thing is not bearish in so many time frames, right? So that's the opportunity that I told you, right? So it may pull back to 428, bouncing off right now, 429. Keep your eye on it, right? So anyway, let me go back to VOCL and see what's going down here, right? So yeah, we were looking at the potential of a breakout here happening right before our eyes, okay? So 30-minute immediate short-term downside, even still, the 15-minute as well. Okay, so that means that this has another little range to look at, very similar to SOUN. So something like this, right? We'll get that bottom side to either help us to the upside or whatever, but it's going to be 471 to 480. That could be a very strong area. Is that really a ticker? I mean, yeah, sure. Not a problem. All right. So, yeah, I can see an immediate short-term pullback. Higher probability 480, right? But 471 could also do it. And then this, it looks like the, yeah, look at this hourly time frame starting to correct towards the upside. You have the bi-hourly time frame with an upside, 4-hour, very likely upside. Yeah, coming out of critical volatility and expanding. Huge cross here on the RSI and the MACD cross. Nice. Damn. Okay, so this is not done. And in fact, it is loading. Okay, so this is very much loading. 480 could be the very bottom side of this, but this thing is set to go and go for another couple days at least. Yeah, this is awesome. My goodness. Okay, this support touch back to 480. 480 to what did I say? 471, right? Yeah. That could be a pretty nice bounce zone here. So if you're going to scalp this, let's just say, for example, we caught that 480 entry, right? The next resistance level would be about 33%. I mean, the obvious one is actually around 18% at 570, right? That's the more obvious resistance. But there is, I mean, right ever so slightly, to the upside is another, I mean, that would be 33% to the upside, and this is not showing to be done just yet. What is happening with this freaking ticker? Why is it doing this? Like, what has it done? Right? But this is very, very attractive price action. SDC a few streams ago. What is the update now? Will it break 50 to $1? Well, yeah, let's we can look at that, right? So yeah, VOCL is set, guys. This is set to do some pretty nice moves to the upside. It already converted the SMA. Let's see. Let me zoom out here. Yeah, wow. So it already converted the EMA 9 and the SMA 10 as support. Look at that. And I'm telling you that we could retrace back to the 480 to 471. Look at where the moving averages are located. Right? So price action currently sitting right up here at 50. Tiny, tiny, tiny body there. So, yeah. Keep your eyes on that, all right, team? I think that VOCL is set to make a pretty nice move to the upside. EMA 21 could be a resistance at 534 too. It's okay. It's okay. This thing, it looks like it's about to pop off. 480. 480 is what I'm looking at for the potential retracement. Here it is. The retracement is starting. Right, so I'm looking at 480 to 471 potential drop, and this could make an upside maybe over the span of maybe into tomorrow. Right, so resistance at 53 or 533, and then the next resistance would be 570. Looking pretty good. VOCL absolutely looking pretty good. Okay, so anyway, let me go back to right, let me see what COSM is doing. Yeah, holding that very, very critical inflection zone, right? In the video yesterday, I expressed some dangers regarding the trade there, right? And let's see this. Okay, yeah, 398 on FNGR. Still looking for that drop. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to put the hourly on and see what we can do here. Okay. Yeah, 396 on ticker symbol FNGR. We're waiting for at least the 382 zone, and if or the 379 at the 2.618. If we can't get that to validate, then there still is that. Of course, we spoke about that 1.618. I need to turn on the air. It's getting super, super freaking hot in here. Man, I hate sweating when I'm sitting. Like it feels like why is that happening? Let me get the air on in here. Okay, the little guy is still asleep. He's looking good. He's allowing daddy to work. All right, so let me go back into this ticker here and then look at, is that for real? Is that for real a ticker, man? AUDDIA? Like it really is. Like I've never even heard of it. Like, what in the world is that? So it is a ticker. It is a NASDAQ ticker, in fact. Yeah, I need some cooled seats. Oh my goodness, God knows my wife got that, man. Oh man, nice gap up here on the daily, right? Okay, here we go. Oh right, it's because I removed my freaking Wi-Fi. But here, this is gonna be retribution, team. We're about to make this thing cool. All right, so Yeah, very nice gap up here on the daily time frame for AUUD. Is that not the ticker? AUDD. I thought there was an IA after it, wasn't there? Oh, that is it. Okay. And what the heck is AUDDW? That's also a NASDAQ ticker. Hey, Arca, you ever looked at SOPA? Been bag holding this ticker for a long time. You know what? I'm not familiar with the ticker, but yeah, let's go ahead and let's load it up too. Man, yeah, I think you know what? Maybe the fan under the desk would be not the best idea because of the heat from the components. Because they're all kind of built into the desk. It's a custom desk. So, and it's everything is all the heat is kind of going towards the bottom side of the desk, and of course, you know, heat rises, and then you get that crazy thing of hot air. So, cryptic. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, you said SOPA, right? So let's go ahead and load that up too. Not a problem. Okay, so we'll look at this and see what it's got. Wow. What I can say is that it could be in a position to where it may start seeing a reversal soon. To be very, very honest, that reversal could be a lot sooner than you think, but we'll evaluate it. Okay, so let me look at this ticker symbol. GTBP seeing 29s. Did I even look at it? Did I even pull it up? I think I did. Right, let me pull it up over here. So GTBP. Okay. And also let me get away from this here. My goodness. And also I'm not gonna I can't use this. Oh, the bounce happened, Sebastian Lim. The bounce happened right where we said. Okay, so sorry, what was the yeah, it's kind of a and I'm finally getting the stands for my monitors today. So there's going to be a 34-inch ultra wide in front of me, right in front of me. Above that is going to be the 49-inch curve ultra wide. And then to the left of me is going to be a vertical 27-inch screen. That's where I'm going to be running the level 2 and the code. So GTBP breaking down. What I was going to say is that I'm going to just, I'm going to get rid of this instance, load up another master layout here, and have GTBP up on that. I thought we looked at it. That's why I'm a little confused. Sorry, the error still hasn't kicked in. Let me make sure that I can do that now. Okay. Oh, right. I didn't set the temperature. Yay! Just sitting in the heat for no reason at all. All right, so this is going to be the one here. So let's see, GTBP. Now let's leave it in the master layout. Okay, yeah. Now, freaking mess, right? Because we're evaluating this every single day. Damn it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Nice. Let me make sure my window's closed, team. Hold on. Close the damn window. Close the window. It is also very dark in here. But not with the screens. It's a little there's more light with the screens, of course, but and I have all those LED strips, you know, installed all over the studio too, which makes it cool, but during the day it's not really necessary. I do that. I turn on that vibe when I'm charting. And when I'm charting, really, like when everyone's asleep, when no one is distracting me or nothing like that, that's when I vibe out. All right, so anyway, yes, team, we have that GTBP up on the screen now, but I would like to take a look at some requests first, right? John Smith, you're talking about VVPR. Remind me, okay? Remind me. I want to go ahead and take a look at that. What do you mean? Whoa. What did it actually... Oh, that was a spike up. Oh, I see. That's a good thing, man. That's a very good thing. The reclaiming of this range here. This is literally what we're talking about. I'm expecting potential 10:30 in the morning. Maybe we can reach that 595. So keep an eye on that. All right. So never hope for finger to go down so badly. What, finger fell? Damn it, guys! I really want to take a look at these other tickers. I'm dying over here. Ugh. Oh, I see. Okay. You're talking about irrelevance. I thought you meant like right now. Let's see. It's tried barging through the door. Yeah, as long as it is knocking at that door, then it's gonna become pretty. It's gonna be pretty known that, hey, we're trying to get through. Just open up nicely, or we'll bust through. Just like finger. Right, so yes, Samantha. So what I mean by that is usually by around 9:30 to 10:30, the algorithms in the broader markets start to shift. So usually what's been kind of capitulating or what's been kind of dropping, come 9:30 to 10:30, I would say in the range of 9:30 to 10:30 with more specifics, with a deeper preference to 10:30 a.m. Pacific. Remember. So usually around that time is when you start to get the algorithms to shift. So meaning that whatever was capitulating or selling off will then start to maybe reverse, and it often happens I'm talking about on a daily basis. So we're gonna start to get that shift soon, and we'll keep an eye on it. I've been reminding everyone I'm talking about daily. I said, look at the time, guys. Look at the time. Here it is, 9:24 p.m., 9:30. It's starting to happen. We're starting to get the reversal, right? So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Because that shift is real. It's really, but it's more particular to the tickers, for NASDAQ, for S&P 500, right? Things like that. It's more particular to, I would say tech kind of really reflects that. Okay, so I want to get into a position. In which one, Sebastian? Sorry, my apologies. I never enter trades from 8:30 PST to 10:30 PST. Usually, I'm done by 10:30. So Pacific time, 10:30 a.m. That's usually when I'm out, because that's when the algos change, and that's when whatever was running is going to start coming back down. So if I know that that's the case, then maybe I should start using that to my advantage, and then maybe getting short the market upon those reversals, right? Which, by the way, let's take a look at, right? So, oh man, look at the markets definitely facing that upside right now. Very, very awesome times here. Please remember that this is typical to happen leading into economic news. In this case, tomorrow, right? Yeah, literally, Cryptic saying exactly the same thing as I'm doing. Very, very cool, dude. So, yeah, team, what I'm saying here is just the price action tends to run into economic catalysts, right? So this is and look at the time. Look at the time. Here's another reminder, right? It's what time is it? Please don't tell me it's 9:24. All right, it's 9:22. So 9:22 p.m. We're getting that upside in the broader markets, right? Very nice. So it usually happens, guys. It's right around this time, 9:30 to 10:30. It recoups. So it looks like FNGR are going to consolidate. Let's see. 380 to 4 before the next big move. Yeah, I think so, man. I do think so. This support level is very strong. 379, 2.618, and it's also a range, right? So we could very well chop around in here, validate it as a support, and then continue on to the upside. Okay, so AUDD. Let's see what it's looking like in the immediate short term, right? So 30-minute time frame. Are we overextended? Is it oversold? What's the deal? Right, so currently finding a very, very nice support at the EMA 21 on the 30-minute, reaching oversold, but it still shows that it has some downside to go, even if it's corrective, right? Even if it's already pivoting. It's still indicative of a continuation to the downside, okay? So getting a fresh cross of the MACD. So this is printing the first red bar here on the histogram. So that's likely to face a little bit of a correction. I would say 4607 drop here, right before a bounce to the upside and recovery. So hourly time frame, let's see that. Of course, the hourly has the downside, right? So yeah, this is way too early. And we are definitely needing to validate whatever it is that we need to validate within this area here, right? So remember, if anything, I'm talking about the hourly time frame or even the 30 minutes, going back down to that EMA 55 at 46.16, high probability for that to happen, okay? So AUDDs, I know somebody asked me about this, right? But I don't remember who it was. And then also somebody asked me for, SOPA was the bag holder ticker. We'll go ahead and look into that as well. Okay, so yeah, AUDDA is AUUD, damn it. My goodness. Is set to reaccumulate here at around if I had to be as precise as I can be, 46.11. Okay, team. So yeah, let me look at ticker symbol SOPA, see what it's got. And we also have to look at GTBP. So let me see. First of all, let me see if I can get a broader picture here. Oh, it's the ladders, of course. Let's see. And there they are. I may have to start seeing this on an upper time frame. Hold on, team. Let's see the 6 hour and the 8 hour. Okay, that's nice, but still, we need more obvious moves. It's getting better. Let's see the 5-day. Damn, if the higher the time frame, the better this is. Okay. I think we can favor. I know this is one already. Okay, let me actually I need to see something here. This is a very interesting ticker. It's quite the challenge too. Let me see. Hold on, team. Hold on. This is it. Just I hate it that I have to be this quiet when I look at things. Right? It's I really want to make sure that I can provide some insight on this. I don't want it to be negative. Oh yeah. Okay. Look at this. So this thing is actually a lot of sentiment behind this. A lot of sentiment. So this formation you're looking at here, this is an Adam and Eve formation. Upside, you get the downside here, and then you get the breakout from it. Validation of resistance, then take profit down here. I think it may actually do it. So it's kind of like an inverted cup, right? So you take the top of the trend all the way to the bottom side of the cup. Actually could be here. And then you apply this to the handle and take a look at that price action right over here. So it is following psychology pretty nicely. Okay, so now let me get rid of that. Remember, we have to understand how things happen in the past in order for us to determine what the probabilities are for the future. Soba has challenged me for a year now. Oh my goodness. I really want to see if we can put this one to the test here. Okay, so first of all, we can see here there's a very clean. Actually, let me do it on maybe the bi-daily. No, the 5-day is still going to have to be show precedence. And we see here that we have declining volume with declining price action, meaning that the trend is starting to weaken, right? So that's good. Also, or AKA, the floor may be in or may be in soon. Okay, so let me start marking off these. This one confuses me so much. So one, could I? Freaking hell. Let me see. Could it be on a weekly? Or on a bi-weekly? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 ladders. Okay. Let me pull up some other tools here. Let me see what we're doing on the 5, even into the 3-day. Where are we going to resist? How is this thing trying to do this? This is this ticker for sure. Okay, there it is. It's very challenging. Okay, that spike up that we got on just this Friday. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at that too. The spike up that we got on Friday tested the Gaussian band as a resistance and immediately sold off. So the fact that we're actually starting to knock at that is not a bad thing. Okay, and even into the 8 hour, we knocked at the mean band of the Gaussian channel. What I'm a little afraid of is this, though. Okay, so if we're looking at 8 hour time frames, and we're looking at this price action here, this is an 8 hour iteration where nothing happened. So this thing is moving so slow. Okay, so let me look at the daily volume. Actually, this is going to be another indication. 105,000, 81,000, 70,000. Oh my goodness, 80,000 here, 30,000 in volume. Oh man, what is this doing? Okay, so market cap is at 15 million and a 9 million float. Okay, so it's already super tiny, which, I mean, honestly, this thing can get mangled to the upside or to the downside. It's so, yeah, it's light enough, right? We have the average 10-day volume is 102,000. So this is just, I mean, it's such a slow poke. What I'm afraid of is that there could be an indication that there is a little bit, well, I mean, we already kind of knew this, right? Potential floor being found soon, right? So what I'm looking at here as this could be a wave number 1 and this is a wave number 2, right? So when you have a second Arca, I know you have many tickers to view. Can I get SOUN reassurance since we have dropped to 422? Yeah, hold on. We'll come back to SOPA right now. SOUN, I am expecting 418. Did I actually say that initially? Yeah, 418 at the 1.618. So that's an area to consider position, right? So let me look at momentum. 30-minute time frame momentum is suggesting an upside. It's to my surprise right now that I'm even seeing a downside on this. This doesn't seem like it actually would be bearish at any moment. Let me see the hourly time frame. Upside hourly. Oh, it's starting to bleed. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Not bad, but it's very curious that the bi-hourly shows the downside, but not the 4 hour and not the 8 hour, especially not the 6 hour. Yeah, man. So I think 418 was that opportunity here. It's at 421 right now, 423. So this is I still feel it bullish. And in fact, the let me see here. 4 hour time frame. Let me see the hourly time frame. Let me look at the 5-minute time frame then. Okay, bulls are waiting. Bulls are waiting for our vol to actually come, for the volume to start actually pumping on the relative volume. And let's see, that would be. Yeah, we still need a little more time of support here. Okay, so validation could actually, 1, 2, 3. The fourth touch may be the one, 418. Okay, so yeah, I still have to kind of favor that. Okay, so look at the 418 target and the 30-minute time frame. I think on the RSI, yeah, it has the support on the 30-minute. Here it is. Check it out. It's already starting to reject it. So I'm thinking that the 418 could be the very bottom side of this before actually facing a bounce. So keep an eye on that. Okay. There could be a short-term bounce here. I'm wondering what it measures between the range of those. So that's 418. Okay, it's about a 2.7% move. This thing looks bullish. Let's see. 4 hour time frame upside, 6 hour upside. Let's see. Let's continue. Yeah, 12 hour upside. Bouncing from the RSI. Yeah. This is I'm gonna have to stick to my guns here. I do think that over the next day or two we're reaching 494, which could be a very nice move. Of course, anything can invalidate that, right? But whatever's showing here it's absolutely strong. Particular to the shorter time frames, very particular to the shorter time frames. They're all kind of accumulating to this really nice upside. And also the hourly time frame is showing that inflow, cash is coming in. Okay, so Yeah, my bro. I'm thinking 418 could be the opportunity. It's just it's trying to reach it too. I just saw 421 in there. Okay, so yeah, not a problem, my bro. Keep your eyes peeled on that, right? So anyway, back to SOPA. Yeah, this ticker could be one of the most challenging ones. So now I'm actually very curious to see what volatility. Oh my goodness, volatility is literally just flat. Let me see the 30-minute. Okay, we have an increase in momentum. We also have increasing volatility too, which is kind of, it feels like it's rare for this ticker, to be very honest. Hold on, guys. My little boy is moving, and let me see what the temperature is there. I think he's still okay. All right, good. Okay, so this is very, very much so one of the most challenging tickers I've seen next to GTII, which, by the way, we're going to look at. Okay, so now moving into the bi-hourly time frame, we still have some downside to go. Yeah, man, this is what I'm looking at here is a consolidation phase, and it's a quiet period. So whatever the quiet period is it's fundamental. Okay, so this is the range that you are essentially looking at for whatever duration until the company decides to make a move or whatever it is, right? So let me see if there's anything. No, May 31st was the last relevant piece of news to come out here on ticker symbol SOPA. Society Pass Incorporated. Okay, so yeah, we may be stuck within this range here, but if that is it even worth the time? It is, my goodness. I mean, but it's just slow. It's such a slow mover. I mean, reaching this bottom side down here of around 52.91 or 53, that can lead to like 18% moves up and down. So it feels like it's going to start what's called barcoding because there's no volatility. Okay, so keep that keep that in mind. Okay, so resistance at the resistance. I'm talking about 1 or 2 days at 494. That is the resistance. But if you're talking about a temporary resistance, then it would be a range, and I can give that to you. Temporary resistance can be looked at between 452 to 459. Very likely to pull back and come back and test this wick here as a support top 443. Right. So if it doesn't actually meet the 443, it's okay that it comes back to 429. And validate this top side as let me get rid of these indicators here, right? So just like this here, right? We can actually make that top side, right, resist at that 459, come back and validate this zone now into an area of support, and then combat the upside, eventually meeting that 494. And I think that is actually over the next maybe day or two, man. It's not looking bad. Okay, so let me go ahead and take a look at GTBP. Okay, so right, remember team, we were talking about a potential bounce from this zone here. We were expecting a potential drop to 27.65 to 27.29. Let me get rid of some some trend lines here because I want to gain absolute clarity here. Not a problem, Berenson. Got you. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so let's see. Also an immediate failure out of this formation. That doesn't seem like it should have happened. And I'm wondering if there is anything negative coming out of this. That is, let me turn off my alarm, guys. Apologies. Look at this. The built-in algorithm is saying sell, while the analysts, like the people, are saying buy. The forecast of this thing is actually, man, short-term minimum $2. There's a forecast of up to 1,500%, 1,600% of $5. That's huge. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm looking at, guys. So, man, are you serious? You're gonna allow me to zoom in, but you're not gonna let me bring it down? What is going on here? Okay, but yeah, these are the projections here. Why could it be selling off? I don't know. But what I can tell you is that failing a A daily candle beneath 26.39 would introduce capitulation right back down to 17.97. Okay, so eyes on this inflection zone, 26.49. Okay, so let's see. The price action has been so weird on this one lately with those price targets. Yes, the sentiment is everywhere. But what I can't tell you is that it's prepping for a breakout here. And this breakout is very, very specific. And, oh, I think I see what it's trying to do. Ah, man. Let's see. I guess it is, in a sense, traditional for the price action to want to do this, right? But let me show you, right? So it's actually part of a larger scale triangle. And I'm wondering if we are building it symmetrically. I mean, there is a chance at this being a symmetrical triangle, aka we found the support or the floor, right? So that would be right about here. So let me make sure that I can line those up. If it's not a if it's not a right angle triangle, my apologies, it could be a symmetrical triangle like this, right? And let me make sure that I can connect the dots. This immediately poses a danger if that is the case. Okay, so I'm going to highlight these just so that we can have control over which is which, okay? Hold on. Let me go ahead and put this here. And we're gonna see it in another perspective, okay? So we're going to leave this as, let's just say this one is going to be this color here, right? And then the other one, which is this here, let's go ahead and draw this one to be an entirely separate color too. Okay, we're going to keep control over what we're viewing. So the first one, let's see. The first one being this one here. Right, let's go ahead and make sure that one's maybe blue. Okay, and let's get rid of this one here being that yellow. And actually, let's just make this one entirely separate color. Whatever that red color is. Okay, so let's dim that down. I hate it. It's kind of like a bi-formation potential breakout or breakdown, right? So you have your symmetrical here, right? And then you have your right angled right here. So the right angle triangle after an upside presents the potential of a downside. And now when you're looking at the rules of the symmetrical triangle, when you're building a symmetrical triangle after an upside of price action, just like here, right? This becomes a continuation formation. So the continuation formation would take the price action to the upside since we're continuing on to the upside, right? So that has a pretty high target. I mean, specifically, I would say upwards of about 70 cents, 78 cents around there. And the bottom side target from the right angle triangle has a whole separate set of rules. So this would actually introduce the potential of a drop to just all-time lows, 1593 to be specific. Good. That's good to know. Hold on. We'll come back to BP, but this is absolutely good to know. Hold on, guys. I need to check my broker here. SPY also ripping. And look at the time. Remember, guys, look at the time. It's 9:42. Just like we say every day, right? There's always that little quick correction. And yeah, let me pull up my broker real quick, guys, because I want to make sure that I am also protecting myself in positions, right? So let's take a look. What? Oh, right. Damn it, Wi-Fi. Anyway, yeah, that's very nice. 38.76. Quite the recovery there. So what I'm saying here is that we have a 50% chance up or down, and we have to validate that, or we have to invalidate or validate that somehow. The daily is not looking so hot. It's actually increasing volatility towards the downside. Hold on, team. Here's my broker now that I have Wi-Fi on. Jeez. Okay. Well, we will see. My goodness in heaven. All right. Perfect. Team, thank you so much for hanging out. I just, you know, we have to check the positions and all that good stuff, right? So, yeah, anyway, so Let's go to the 30-minute time frame and see what the probabilities are, right? So we still have downside to look at here in the 30-minute, and it's increasing volatility towards the downside. Okay, so MACD also starting the second bar on the 30-minute of bearish action. Is there a support coming up, though? Let's see. Downside on the hourly, downside on the bi-hourly. Okay, we're getting close to a potential support. Hold on. Oh, actually, that changed it entirely. Man, okay, guys, this could be prepping for a breakdown. Okay, so this could be prepping for a breakdown, and I'm not sure that we'll. It's interesting if we're gonna break down here. It would be interesting because it would take us literally to the support of the freaking broadening wedge, right? So let's see. I'm not saying that we're going to go all the way down there. I'm just saying that this thing is probably prepping for a breakdown right now. We do have a support area here, though. Okay, so this is a very strong support, 27.65 to 27.29. If the price action does reject and it drops down to this level here, then we could look at a bounce, and that bounce could result in let's see, how high would that be, or what's the measurement on that? Yeah, it would be almost an 8% bump to the upside to validate the resistance here. Okay, so this is temporarily bearish, and it may actually want to make a run to reaccumulate. I think bulls got a little exhausted in this, and they're going to re-enter. But what I think if I remember correctly, GTBP could be setting up for some fundamental news coming up. So I'm not sure if that's kind of like what could be happening, right? So, yeah, we'll take a look at that too, right? So, oh my goodness, damn, the markets are freaking rallying, man. Wow, that is awesome. Holy goodness, that is absolutely ripping. Damn. Okay. All right. Showing serious promise here, right? 38.91 on the TQQQ. That we talked about that EMA 21 being the bounce, right, on both the areas here. So yeah, it's very, very cool. So potential resistance at 39.68 TQQQ. Keep your eye on that, okay? So anyway, let me go back and say here that if there is that potential of a breakdown, guys, just wait for that bounce from 27.65. We'll see what that can do, because I mean, this support has served for some pretty nice upside. Okay, even here, and also here and here. So yeah, we'll see what the price action does when approaching that. But I see a high probability of reaching down to that target there. Watch your longs, team. Okay, watch it. Let's Rain. I'm sorry, BDTX, right? So that's another one. Oh man, we never looked at GTII. I'm sorry, guys. Let's look at GTII. So okay, let's see what GTII is doing. Man, we're right at that support of the descending triangle, or the falling wedge, sorry. Let's see what we can make out of this, okay? Let me see. Luckily I have my entire thesis up. All right, so 2 days, 4 hours to close this. Oh my goodness. I don't want that to be the case. Hold on. I gotta invalidate what I'm thinking here. Jeez, but are you serious? 7063, 70. Okay, I have to give 7066. Ah, my goodness, there it is. All right, I have to give precedence to this support level just in case, but we're going to validate this, okay? Just with raw price action, I can see a continuation to particularly, yeah, to 7054 to 7306 or 7301 at the 2.618, right? But and then when you move on to this chart here, I had a support level located right here at 7063. Okay, so that could be a higher probability move. And another thing that I haven't noticed this. What's the downside here? It's 69 cents. Yeah, it's 70 is rhyming a lot. So it is probable that we can come back and test that 70 and bounce again. That is an inflection zone. But what I'm trying, I saw something. Where did I see it? I think it was on a 3-day buy daily. Okay, I see a buy daily. I need a whole new chart now. Damn it! More GTII charts. I have so many time frame backtests on this. It's ridiculous, man. Oh, we're already there. Good deal. Okay, let me put this on logarithmic and look at the. I know I said buy daily, right? Because I see it here. But let me see the 12-hour. Could it be? Am I trying to force my vision into that? I don't know. But it's never bad to speculate, right? So I think maybe, hold on. I have to pummel the road. We have to pummel the road. It may be this too. I'm not entirely convinced, but it's just, come on, let's try. Why would it face both of those? What do both of these have in common? Let me see. Could it be this? Let's see. Okay. Maybe. And now this is another thing that actually had me thinking. It was actually I guess we can use this too, right? But let me see if I can connect these somehow. If they're not being connected, then I'm forcing the formation. I have a contact here, contact here, contact here. And I mean, of course, all the other ones too. But if this is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 rejection, it's prepping for a 5th break. Oh man, in 3 hours. Okay, this is very likely to go to 70 cents. And the reason why I'm saying this is because in 3 hours we're printing a bearish engulfing candle formation, and that would be the reaccumulation to break out on true test number 5 of this broadening descending wedge. Okay, so this also, I mean, that topside target is a little speculative for now. I think it's too high for me to even consider right now, but per the playbook rules, 175 would be the target based on this formation here. Okay, so I'll keep it noted, right? I'll keep it there just for now. It's actually to come back and test the same support where we came from about a few days ago. The very same one. 70 cents located right about, let's see. Yeah, man, it literally right in here. Okay, so now let me see the previous 12-hour candle iteration with an inverse fib and see what that kind of brings up too. 60, 680. Yeah, look at this, the 2-spot 272, there it is. And yeah, we can mark a line right there at 70.55, just like this, literally right in here. And also geometrically speaking, right? So if it doesn't reach all the way down to that zone, there is a probability of it bouncing from 77.87, but I do have to say that the probabilities are actually laying a lot. I think they're leaning a lot more towards the 70-cent zone than you would at the 1-spot 618, because there's not so much relevance to this 78-cent zone. The 70-cent zone is really where kind of all that action happens, and that's why I'm saying that there could be. It just is very. It's very. I don't know, guys. I don't know what this is, and I'm not even sure what GTII is doing fundamentally, right? But there is that drop to look at, and I think it should be encouraged too, right? Because if we can gather more bulls down here, then that would secure the 5th breakout test on this 12-hour wedge. All right, so Berenson saying, Arca, you genius. I don't know, man. Everything is available to us, right, dude? I mean, I guess it is a matter of some kind of degree of intelligence, but I think it's more imagination than anything, right? So I think anyone is able to do this. It's just how much you're I think it really is just how much you're willing to participate into, the study of the trade. I think you're right about bulls wanting to load up the 70s, says Rosie Gray Glasses. That is a possibility right there. In fact, I may be as well. Berenson Ultra said, you called SOUN, it's pumping strong now. Okay. Let's go back to SOUN real fast here, and we'll look at Viri right after this here. Yeah, so we got that very nice bottom side here. It's just an inflection zone, right? So I still remember that my temporary the temporary resistance here. See, Arca, how can I get in touch with you regarding training on how to do this stuff? I'm actually finishing up 2 of my master's courses, right? I was actually, somebody just asked me this, and I was considering doing some one-on-ones. Of course, it would be entirely a different bracket, right, for pricing, as I did the students that were pretty much 30 students per class. They all paid around, I think it was $290 or I think it was $300 total, right? And they were the ones that actually paid that, and it's about a 15-week course, 1 day a week, and where the track 1 students are already done, and the track 2 students are at about week 9 now, so that's already really way in there. So because I was getting so much of this request, I was debating on opening up maybe single one-on-one mentorships, right? And that literally the same lessons, but just kind of honed into one person. I never really did consider this. It's just so many people are asking me about it to the point where I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just holding the classes with multiple groups of people. That's very difficult for me to it would be difficult for me to consider, because there is a great amount of people, and I want to make sure to leave that number as minimal as possible, because I am offering mentorship to them too. Right, so Steve's saying, yeah, I would be interested in some. I've been trading for years, but still have a lot to learn. Oh, all of us. We will always be students of this craft, right? So, but I totally understand you. And let me, yeah, I'll go ahead and just write down the Arc Masters course email here, right? And you can get in touch with me there anytime you want, and we can explore that potential, right? As I haven't actually secured that just yet, but Arcmasters course at Gmail, and here it is, right? Cryptic Trader, he taught me everything I know. Anyway, team, so yeah, very cool on SOUN. So let's take a look at ticker symbol VIRI. I'm getting right. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Nice. So we maintained the inflection zone. That's what we were looking for. Okay, with this upside here, that marks the potential of coming back to test it. Okay, so here we're encouraging 155 to 153 so that we can get long the market around this zone here. Potential drop even to, okay, there's an imbalance here. Hold on, let me draw that. There is a range, a secondary range to look at. Okay, this in the imbalance, the wick high of this versus the wick low of this, with one candle in the middle, that space would, I guess there's 2 candles, but maybe this could be considered an imbalance. Okay, so this could be a secondary loading zone too. Okay, but with a higher probability, of course, obviously landing at 153 to 155. But if you are curious, 150 to 152 could be that next zone to look at too. And actually, it rhymes very freaking well. It rhymes nicely. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 potential zones here. So I absolutely encourage the downside here, and it's temporary. Look at this upside pivot on the stochastic momentum. We have downside on the RSI to face support from the SMA 14. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some moving averages within there as well. So let's pull that. There you go. We have the EMA 9 located right at that top side of the 155, right? This is located at probably, let's see, right there, about 156, just a cent off of what we're talking about. It's conditional to time frames too, right? So now if you look at the bi-hourly time frame, you have the SMA 200 located very similarly to the downside of 150, right? So, yeah, so, I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, team. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. It's still setting its trajectory, right? But every single time we combat or we succeed a resistance, the likelihood of coming back to validate it and set the confirmations up is a lot greater, right? Because, people are essentially day trading this, and those day traders are also institutional, and some of those are retail whales, okay? So that really does kind of pressure price to some upside and to some downside. There is some degree or some I would say there is some danger within that, right? Because this is massive entry, massive output here, okay? So bi-hourly time frame is showing a limited downside as well, but I think I would have to favor maybe the hourly, right? Because remember, we're looking at cascading time frames, right? So the hourly finding that temporary support at the SMA 14, it's not only that, okay? The hourly I'm favoring because of this, right? So let me make this large, and I'll give you the rundown, okay? This is a regular RSI setup. This is a relative strength indicator, okay? It's the relative strength is based on a 14-day simple moving average or on a closing basis, okay? And now this is the RSI signal, the cyan line, the blue line, okay? When you have the blue line face, you know what? Before I actually continue this, let me just explain to you the zones, right? So this is the bullish control zone, and this is the bearish control zone. The inner workings of the RSI itself are the zones that are considered to be weakness percentile. This is bull weakness, and this is bear weakness. Now, for something further to note, not a lot of people practice this, right? But this is literally what I teach my master's students. So 2% up or down the RSI, those are your gravitational zones, okay? Just like this here. Okay, so you can take I'm sorry, that's, oh my goodness, man. It's sorry. It's not that. It's supposed to be control. I clicked on my supposed command on my Mac. I'm on PC now. So this you can take your zone and put it right up here like this, right? Every single border that you have on the RSI is a gravitational zone, right? Just like this. 2% up or down from any of these areas. This is your overbought percentile, right? And the bottom side is your oversold percentile. Okay, so whenever you're reaching this area in here, if for example, you're pivoted towards the upside, you're making this upside on the SMA 14, your support from the RSI would not only be the SMA 14, it would also be the gravitational zone support, just like this. So this enters in here, you're facing the support from not only the gravitational zone, but also the SMA 14. This is why I'm telling you that there is a temporary downside. So all of that stuff that I just spewed out of my mouth into your ears right now went out of my mouth in a flash and in my head, right? So that I can explain to you quickly, right? So basically what I'm saying is that support touch that we're about to face is the relevance of these support areas. So the space between the RSI signal and the SMA 14 is the reason why I'm giving you these targets here. Now, the reason that you have a secondary target is because you have a higher distance from the RSI signal to the SMA 14 on higher term timeframes. So in the event to where we favor the upper time frame to face that support level, then we have a secondary support zone of higher probability based on historical supports and resistances used in the past, right? So that's just to give you the explanation. That is why I am giving you these targets. I'm not giving them to you, with a blind shot here. I'm actually giving them to you with absolute reason and context behind it, right? So that is Should we jump ship? Vary for paper trades. If you're in the green and you feel like, what is the drop from here? Let's measure that. It would be minus 4%, meaning you get a discount of minus 4% from the present moment. Okay, so if you feel like jumping ship, then you can always do that and gain compound, right? You take your gains and then you use them to enter at a discount. That's always a good thing to do. Especially if you have a green color in your portfolio, I wouldn't let it turn red, right? Just it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So if it's green and you see a potential downside coming in to where it's going to present a negative value in your position, then I would heavily consider liquidating my position and waiting for the discount, re-enter, and then let it ride. Right? As you can see, these things take days and days and days to fulfill. The only reason you would get upside pumps to that's based on squeeze plays. Right? So, and a lot of the times we don't know when those things are going to happen, except if they have an options chain. So if they have an options chain and you see a massive amount of call options expiring in the money in a very critical expiry date, that would very likely gamma ramp, meaning that you would the options expire in the money. That means that you have the ability to either exercise your options or whatever else, right? But it's going to create a gamma effect. So you're going to get this huge gamma push to the upside. All this implied volatility runs on all those options contracts. That would create a gamma squeeze that would lead into a potential short squeeze depending on how much volume there is in output from the options chain. Long calls, specifically towards the upside. Specifically, my goodness, talking about short squeezing, right? So that it's a very conditional event. It must meet that criteria to put in that implication, or to really make short positions start to cover their position, force them to cover. Right, so I really do think that ticker symbol VIRI has that potential to drop to these levels here. Okay, so if your position is to kind of liquidate position, and then you feel afraid of missing out on the action, then I would consider starting to scale in. All right, so potential 30% position, or 30% allowable position here at about 156, another 15% at 153, and so on, right? Until you meet your allowable trading position from your portfolio, depending on the rating that you give this trade. So if you feel conviction in this play, give it a rating, right? Your A pluses will be technicals, statistics, fundamental catalysts, and macroeconomics, all leading into one shot, right? So that would likely lead to an A plus trade, which means that you can bet a deeper portfolio valuation for it. If it's not an A plus trade to you, do not bet your upper limits, right? You want to keep it light. And practicing that discipline, it really will help your portfolio gain, right? So let's see. Damn, GTII now at 80, right? So, it's 85.94, right? Drop down to that 80. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we were speaking of, right? There is that support level. I'm telling you, man. I'm really. Okay. Oh wow. All right. If this is very, very slightly outside, man. 84.75, literally not even a cent away, is the 2.272 support, and also the Gaussian band support on the 3-day. If it's able to maintain there, then 70 cents is out of the table, is out of the question, right? But conversion of this into supports, it's very strong, but it's very conditional too. We need at least for now, at least an hour, but ideally 4 to 8 hours. Upside, right? I'm talking about upside of the, succeeding this support here. Okay, so let me go back to. I'm sorry, somebody just mentioned something about ALT, bro. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I know that I was talking. Oh, right. I spoke about that. I have to keep that there now. Damn it. Yeah, and here's GTBP, right, making that drop to the downside we were talking about. Good deal. So Rhino keeps buying at 80 cents. Man, GTII is really running like that? Oh, man, 85.94 now. It's at the resistance. Let me see this. Oh, wow. Guys, lots of volatility right now. Damn. Yeah, this is a bit insane. Ooh, look at that. What the heck is going on? And guys, I'm actually, let me pull up the time and sales here, because this is this is a true battle, man. And let me pull up, maybe, let me see what's going on here in a 5-minute at least. How is this running so much? There's not even, I have real-time data. Like, I'm actually paying for real-time OTC data. So it's not showing a lot of action, but it's still these are like barcode moves. I mean, actually, yeah, look at all this, right? This thing is barring at every point that it gets to. Someone wants it above that support, man. It shows, it certainly shows. That support is critical, by the way. Failing that 3-day, man, look at that. What the hell? And not everything. Is it really just bouncing up and down like that? Oh, and it doesn't even show in the 5-minute. My goodness. That's really something, man. That's really crazy. Rhino buying. Rhino is actually, guys, Rhino is one of the, he's a very talented analyst in the Discord, the Arca Bulls Discord server. Yeah, hard off the 81. Let's see. Someone wants it above the support. Yeah, guys, I think, I mean, it's at a very critical resistance here, at least in the immediate short-term timeframes too, right? So, I mean, if you want to see like this thing actually trying to move, we can even pull up 5-second candles, right? So look at this thing. It's just like, these are 5-minute consolidation candles, right? You can even go deeper, 1-second candles, right? So you can see real-time data is not moving a lot. Look at all this. It really just stands still until any little thing just kind of pumps it to the upside. Yeah, it's insane that we can look at it that close, right? So, and it's really not. Damn. I mean, price action sitting right now 83.97, right? That is, yeah, 83.97. That's just like on a 3-day. So just continue. It will just continue printing as long as it just consolidates within that area, right? Yeah, we can keep an eye on it. Can you put the hourly up? Okay. I'm really interested on why we're not seeing this actually active, right? Like, it's not actually moving. There's really nothing happening. There's no interest in this right now. That's so funny. Look at that thing, just barcoding 85 and 83, 85, 83. If you knew this play, what would that be? Damn. I mean, if you were to, I mean, considering that it's doing this right now, you could technically long the market at 83 or at 80, right? And then sell at 83 or 85.07, marking a 5.5% move to the upside. And then you let it come back down again, and then you long it again for another 5%, and you let it come back down. I mean, it gets stuck like that. Look at this. GTII gets stuck, right? It feels like you need to go to the machine and you need to give it a quick kick, you know. So you need to get the thing rolling again, right? It's like a lawnmower. Man, oh goodness, change the oil. GTII doesn't sell that fast. Oh my goodness, dude! Like, this is just it. I'm telling you, but it's been doing it, bro. Look at the 5-minute time frames. Like, this is like, it's just, why? What's the reason behind that? It's trying to catch people. Be like, hey, I'm moving. See, you want to buy this. You want to buy this. Trying to hypnotize fools up in here, man. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I was gonna look at Somebody asked me to take a look at what was that ticker symbol edit, right? So Snowdrifter, what's up, my bro? Let's look at that. So ticker symbol EDIT. 12-hour bullish engulfing right now. Could potentially close in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Not bad. Also, I don't know why I just... Damn it, I don't know why I just did that. Let me close without saving. Let me just... Yes, okay. And then load the master layout. I hate having to load all the damn tools that I need. Or that I have here, right? So, yeah, you're right, my brother. You're totally right. We need to look at ALT. We totally failed, my bro. Did I have it up already? No, I didn't. So let's look at it. So ALT. And what was the ticker that I actually just looked at? I totally forgot. We're going to have to take a look at that one too. I totally dropped the ball on that one too, man. Guys, apologies. I don't mean to forget, right? It's just there's just always like a bunch of requests, right? Damn, dude. Are you long this, by the way? Ali, are you already in this? And please tell me that your average is $2. EDIT, thanks, No Drifter. Yes, we'll look at that. I'm sorry. This Ali has been asking me for like years and years and years. But yes, we'll pull that one up as well. I will not forget. Okay, so master layout, and that is going to be EDIT. Ali, are you in the money though, or are you red? Let me pull this up. That's going to be edit. Oh, this was the one that we looked at yesterday, right, bro? Gotcha. Okay, 358. Oh man, very nice, very nice. Okay, that's leading me to believe that momentum is pushing on the 30-minute really hard. You're in the red. Okay, so a little bit of a Nevin flow here on the 30-minute, but that's like, this is the push. The hourly time frame already bleeding that upside. Bi-hourly time frame bleeding that upside. Let me see if the 4-hour has it yet. Oh man, 4-hour has it in critical volatility now. This thing is set to go up. Hold on. Upside on the 6-hour momentum. We have critical volatility too. This. Let me see the hourly time frame again, or the hourly. Sorry, yeah. Could I mean, there's a relevant resistance right now at 360. Okay, so it's normal for it to do that. And let me see historically what it has. Damn it. Let me see the 8-hour. Oh, okay. There are several obstacles still to consider, but oh, nice. Let me see this. Yeah, it wouldn't be a slide like an easy way, right? So converting the resistance that we're at right now, 362. If we can get 362 to become a support, then the next target would actually be in the range of, I mean, literally, this is one of the ranges right now, but I would have to say, let me see, 370. 362 to 370, that would be the first stop. And it's, I mean, the time frames are bleeding. The time frames, I'm talking about the upside from the shorter time frames are bleeding, so that's good. Okay, we want to see that. We want to see the shorter time frames start to influence the upper time frames. What the heck? Hold on, team. Here we go, 363. The bulls are in control. Okay, we have clean. And also, let's see the hourly time frame. Here we go. Okay, I'm sorry that this is actually in the way here. But look at this. 30-minute volume. It's about to cross the moving average. That's going to push the price action to the upside too. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, immediate short-term resistance to be located right at about 370, but I'm not really focused on 370 as the ending of this. That's only 2% to the upside. The next relevant resistance would actually be located right here at about 391. And let me see how far of a range that is. Actually, it is a range. and it's in respects to 392. Let me correct that. So 392 to 389. Okay, so that's starting to look more of a healthy play. This is actually where I'm thinking that the price action can go in the short term, about 8% up. Okay, but we really need to convert this area here into a resistance support. Sorry, so that means that we have to run to the upside. We have to give a shot to $3.70 and push that retracement back to 361 so that we can load for an upside. And it looks like it's actually possible. There is a high probability that that is going to happen. And conversion of the 392, that would lead price action. That would lead price action to another few percent up to the upside. Resistance is located at 401, right? So now 401 from that position there, that would be an additional 2%. So 8.9. Okay, so yeah, I'm talking about maybe. I'm not sure if it's going to happen by the end of the day today, but maybe by tomorrow there could be an increase of about 10% here from the current price action, right? 360, 363, right around there. So I know that I can't see anything beyond that, right? So I can't see where the price action can go like beyond that target. Oh my goodness, hold on. What the heck? It's just these wood panels down here. Okay. All right. Yeah, my brother. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. There could be a probability that we can face a 10% upside. I'm not sure if that's I'm not sure if that's your deal here, but this is very clean day traders go to, right? And heavy day traders too. Heavy day traders would likely take their 3%, 4% out. Okay, so I'm not sure if that's like, that puts you in the money or anything, but I hope that it at least helps some. I can't tell where it's going to go from here. That's conditional on conditional to present moment. So we'll look into it. Just remember, brother, just ask me, okay? So anyway, ticker symbol edit, right, for Snowdrifter. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Not a problem, my bro. Very much happy to help. Okay, so 30 minutes. Oh, nice. We have an upside here with increasing volatility on the buy hourly. That means that we're starting to get a pump on the 30. Nice. We have increasing volatility on the 30 as well. Hourly time frame getting that upside with increasing volatility. Very cool. Very cool. All right. This is heavily ideal, guys. Okay, so we have an upside on the buy hourly and increasing volatility freaking too. Look at this. We're using a nice regression here and also using that SMA 14 as a bounce zone. Okay, so this upside pivot that we're looking at here is very critical because the RSI signal is sitting in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Very likely for this to get pushed to the upside. If we're going to face a short-term downside here, it would be in respects to maybe the 15, I guess, or the 30-minute, and this it would be a very limited downside. Very limited. I mean, we have a resistance at 819, but this is set to kind of. I mean, if I were to look at entry, I would actually wait for the resistance from the 819, and then catch entry literally where we are now, right upon validation. And then that would actually lead to an upside. And that upside, of course, we can see it. But let me also see what the price action is doing. Maybe even in a 4-hour time frame. Right? So could it be a buy hourly? Let me see the 8-hour. Eek, why did it even face that downside in the first place? And what is it? Oh, did it reclaim the channel? It's a broadening descending wedge. Let me see this. Snowdrifter coming in with the really tough ones. I'm just kidding, bro. I like the challenge. Training under the rain, remember? Right, so could it be? Could it be? Could it be? All right, I think that this is attempting to break out. Freaking hell, it may actually be trying to break out. Holy crap. Oh, the connector points are all very obvious too. That's nice. Fits like a glove. Jennifer, where you been at? I was over here singing, can it be? Can it be? 816 could be that breakout, guys. I think, oh man, increasing volume, and it's increasing volume very strongly right now. So let's count them. Let's count the resistance. So we have one. I'm not sure if I can count this one here. This looks like a failure. But if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we count this as, oh, also, hold on. There we go. This is it. Okay, so we have 1, 2. This is 3. 4th breakout with a fake out. And this is a reaccumulation to maybe try to true breakout on 5. Okay, so the 5th breakout on the 3-day volume. Look at this, getting very close to the moving average there. So this is highly relevant. And let me pull up the tools now to see what it can do. Okay, so let me just start all over again. So 30-minute time frame. We have that ebb and flow, right? So let me look at it like this. Hourly time frame upside, bi-hourly upside. Damn, 4-hour upside. Upside on the 6-hour. Holy goodness. 8-hour upside. 12-hour upside and crossing above the moving average, decreasing bear pressure, and about to make a MACD cross. 2 hours, 34 minutes bullish engulfing. Lots of signals here towards the upside. So let me go back to the 3-day and give you some projections, right? So that would be... what the heck is up with Finger? Why are they holding this by $4? My goodness, man, these guys. Criminals, I tell you, criminals. Okay, let's pull up the moving averages and see what could be the deal. What about the Gaussian channel? Oh my goodness. That is, of course, it would be right at the freaking broadening descending wedge. Very heavy resistance at 825. It does not mean that we can't combat it. In fact, it looks like we are going to break inside of this channel. To face a resistance of 878 to 864, retrace back to test the Gaussian channel bottom and the newly converted resistance into support of the broadening descending wedge. This can happen maybe, I would say tomorrow, maybe by the end of the day it can start, right? But I'm particularly favoring tomorrow. What's the new? Yeah, so then when this thing faces that upside support touch here, yeah, the next relevant targets for this thing is definitely the Gaussian band the Gaussian mean band at about $10. So say for example you were to gain entry upon validation, right? So you get the rejection here, you validate the support down here, you get that pump to the mean band, 20% move to the upside. Holy goodness, edit is looking not bad. What? Ah, man. Guys, we're going to have to put a play together for this thing maybe tomorrow. Okay, so let's put it in. I think I'm going to have to do a Arca scans video on this. Well, I mean, it's not a, I didn't scan it because it was the Snowdrifter bringing in the money up in here, right? So the new support for SOUN, let's look at it. I'm not even sure. Saying thanks, teacher. I learned from the best. My bro. Dude, no. You learn because you want to, right? So it's all on you. You really have the knack for it. You have that desire to search for it. So it's very important for you to do that. I was working trying to get money so that the hedgies can take it again. Do not let them take the money, Jennifer. Tell them, no, don't take my money. Okay, so support level upon conversion, 429. Okay, so we can also back that with moving averages. 424 to 429, keep that in mind. Okay, that could be the next bounce area since we are breaking upside of the relevant supports. This is good. Conversion of these resistances into support is going to be critical for the upside continuation here, and also critical to meet the top side of the resistance that I'm speaking of, 452 to 459, which I still see as a higher likelihood. Okay, so I mean, I'm liking it. It's very good. 31 minutes and 24 seconds to close this candle iteration here. Highly likely for it to reach this target down here. Okay, team. So yeah, keep those things in mind. Okay, so let's go back to the broader markets. It looks like no way. Damn, this thing is definitely. I mean, it's at a resistance at 39, right? But it's absolutely holding. This is absolutely holding posture, man. Oh my goodness, calls are printing. Very cool. All right, so 39.02. That marks, okay, so guys, I am presently 44, 50, 60. I am presently up 66% on the day. With some calls on the TQQQ. So the TQQQ is a triple leveraged ETF, meaning that the price action moves 3 times the norm. So this you could get 3 times the loss too. Right, so you have to be very careful when trading leveraged assets, right? They could present some serious dangers to your portfolio. Okay, team. So yeah, I guys, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. I got to get the little guy awake and get him moving on the day. Right, we're gonna give him some breakfast and stuff. But I think this was a really good stream. I think that we were able to touch on some very important aspects, right? We are looking at some plays like that just may have absolute upside, right? So remember that we're looking at FNGR to come back down to the range of about 380 or 379, okay? So I'm still bullish the asset, okay? So GTII sitting at that 85 cent zone, still consolidating, right? Within the that 80 and 85. So if it's going to hold the line, nice. Take a look at COSM bouncing literally from that 301 that we spoke of to 299. This is a very strong area, team, of support, right? Usually used for some pretty nice upsides. So what I can say too is that it looks like there was similar price action on this. Look at the fractal. Check this out. You see this? Before we got that run to the upside, we were consolidating, and then we capitulated, and then we actually used it as support and bounced. Doesn't it looks a little similar, right? We're consolidating here. We got that downside, very close to the same downside this iteration had, right? We used that same support area and then bounced to the upside. So I mean, it depends on sentiment, right? But there is a probability here that it can continue to the upside. So we'll also keep a quick eyeball on that as well, okay, team? So I'm just gonna trying to update everyone before I leave, right? So CLMV is still looking not bad. This is now building a pennant. Okay, so this is a bullish formation on the hourly time frame, suggesting a continuation to the upside. We'll cover this one as well. Okay, so oh my goodness, 50, 60, 70. Damn, I am 70% up on the day now. Jeez. 74. Wow. Okay, team. So yeah, I'm gonna go and wake up the little guy and see what's going on, team. I appreciate everybody for coming by. Really love to stream these mornings. If you do feel that you need you have questions, you know where to reach me. And I'll try my best to answer them, right? Sometimes it can take a little long to respond. It's just there's so many inquiries on my inboxes, right? I just was not prepared to see this type of frothiness. Yeah, you're literally squeezing the follow button, right? So good stuff here, guys. So yeah, reach out to me. I'll try my best to reach out and do the thing. Damn, 80% up. Good deal. Wow. Hasta luego, compa, says Cryptic Trader. My bro, always good to see you here. Snowdrifter, always awesome. And also SONN, right? I'm sorry about SONN. SONN current support is, we bounced from this area that we spoke of, right? So this is, this could be that critical moment to where we can either come back down to 63.52 or validate this area of 66.81 as a support before a bounce to the upside, thus creating that liquidity bear trap that we're talking about, right? So we'll keep an eye on that too, all right, team? But this is looking not bad. I know that I'm a little overdue in creating a video here for SONN, so I'll try my best. We just have a couple of things to kind of handle here. Oh my goodness, guys. Damn, I am 81% up on the day. That is stupid. Wait, I should have bought more. Never happy with the gains that you have, right? Jennifer saying thanks, Arca. I appreciate you, Jennifer. Thank you for always participating. Thank you for all your love, right? And Now, guys, yeah. So with that said, team, I wish everybody very well, a very good rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the flip side. Okay, team, I'll catch you mañana. Adios, guys. Peace, peace, peace.